4,000 miles away from his bedroom in the UK, covering all your favorite sports, he's high in demand. From baseball to football, he's got every angle covered. He's gonna watch your team, even when they get smothered. It's Heisty, it is Jolly Good Takes. Introducing your host, Liam.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? We're live for game number 1 between the Sacramento Athletics and the San Francisco Giants. Actually, just before I came on the stream, I realized I put Oakland Athletics in the description, so I had to change that to Sacramento. But let's see what the Giants do today, and if it's going to be a disaster class, because Raffy Devers is batting third, folks. Sorry, fourth. Stuff that up. Raffy Devers is batting fourth, folks. What do we think about that? I think he should have been benched. As what's up, Spencer? How you doing? Scott, how you doing? Insane, how you doing? Bob, how you doing? Raffy Devers then in the lineup. What a joke. There's no accountability in this organization. How about instead of putting Devers in there after he showed up everyone, he showed up the manager, he showed up the dugout, he showed up the other coaches, he showed up everyone. Why is he batting fourth? You got to teach him a lesson. Hey, don't you do that again. There's punishments to your actions. But as Scott says, what a joke that Devers in the lineup. Zero accountability. It's a fucking free for all. Where's I want a precedent to be set here. You can't do that to the manager. Don't show him up. You're gonna get punished. But no, Devers gets his way again. As what's up, everybody? How are you doing? Spencer says, sorry, Brentford, it's not coming home. Spencer, it definitely is. Although I am prepared to be disappointed. Because even though I think it is, there's still more chance it won't. But no, I'm still as confident as ever, Spencer. As Juice, how you doing? I saw your comment earlier. Sure could use a win against our former Cross Bay rivals. Yeah, Juice, I think we could we need a sweep. We need a little bit more than a win, but we need a sweep. Bob, are we in our City Connect jerseys? Yes, we are, Bob. It's a Tuesday night, so we are in those City Connect jerseys. Scott and Posey's dugout press conference as a nothing burger. Yep, it was an absolute nothing burger. But I expected that. I expected that was going to come from it. The interesting thing was his response to the pride hats, and basically saying it's I just want to answer baseball questions. But um what the Giants did was wrong, and the MLB came out and said that there was inadequate information to the pitchers about what was right and wrong, and those questions need to be answered, and no one high up in the Giants has came out and answered them. So it's an absolute disgrace. As I'll get to the rest of your guys' comments in a second, but let me run through the Athletics lineup. First of all, it's Robbie Ray on the mound today for the Giants, but the Athletics lineup looks like this. It's going to be Zach Geloff leading off. Nick Kurtz will be the first baseman. Shea Langoliers will be the catcher. Tyler Soderstrom will be in left. Jacob Wilson will be the shortstop. Meneses will be the DH. Bolte will be the centre fielder. Thomas in right, and Max Muncy will be the third baseman. Not the Dodgers' Max Muncy, a different Max Muncy, as I'm sure most of you guys are educated enough to know. Spencer, you didn't see Buster's presser? You did. You didn't have to waste your time watching that, honestly, Spencer. Insane said Nationals are good at blowing big leads. Ask Bryce. Well, I haven't seen that score, but I did. Insane. I did see, and Scott will be happy. I saw the Phillies scored 14 runs, so I'm guessing they did blow a big lead. As Astros were 9-7 winners over the Blue Jays in Toronto, and Spencer's not going to waste his time watching that crap. And yes, Spencer, I do not blame you. As a Robbie Ray, then he throws a 4-seam slider, change-up, curve, and a sinker. It was 14-9, Spencer says. 8 runs, top of the ninth, all with 2 outs. Really, Scott? 8 runs in the top of the ninth, all with 2 outs? No way. As the Giants then, it'll be Schmidt in left, Gilbert in centre, Lee in right, Chapman, Adamas, Horizon, Devers will be in the infield. Yes, that's right, everybody. Raffy Devers and Daniel Suzak will be the catcher. That's crazy, Scott. 8 runs, all with 2 outs. You got to be shitting yourself if you're the Nationals. That's a crazier comeback than the Bryce Urgers Grand Slam. As yeah, Spencer, definitely a pitcher's duel. As we're almost ready here for first pitch. Insane. He basically makes no comment on no non-baseball things. Says things happen with Devers. Says we are open to trading anyone, but not trading Logan Webb. I gotta say, you gotta be open to trading anyone, even including Logan Webb. As the 0 pitch here by Robbie Ray is low, and it's 1-0 here to Zach Geloff. And the ballpark, it's looking quite empty, I must say. Yeah, Spencer, their bullpen must be up there with the Giants in terms of worst bullpens in baseball. So it's 1-0 here to Robbie Ray. Ray, wearing number 38, will fire. That one's low, and it's 2-0. Apologies if my glasses steam up a little bit. If you see me wiping my face, it is over 100 degrees here in England, and these houses are not built for heat. As a 2-0 pitch is a pop-up slash, well, it's actually a fly ball to right field. Lee battling the sun is actually going to make the catch on the warning track. Looked like a shallow pop-up there, but Lee batting the sun. The wind was blowing out to right field. So it could be a higher scoring game, especially with the Giants' rotation and the Giants' bullpen, and also the Athletics' good young offense. As here is Nick Kurtz then. Nick Kurtz batting 290, takes a fastball down the middle, a 94 by Robbie Ray. Nick Kurtz, as I said, batting 290, a 439 on base, a 556 slugging, 19 home runs. Talk about special young players as he fouls that pitch down the left field line. Nick Kurtz is one of the best young players in baseball, if not the best young player in baseball. As Haron, greetings. How are you? How's your Tuesday been, Haron? As Adrian Johnson will be the home plate umpire. As Insane says, doesn't seem like that many people are there. As the 0-2 pitch is a check swing by Kurtz. He did not swing, and it'll be 1-2. Doesn't seem like that many people were there. Maybe attendance is finally good. Yeah. Well, that last road trip, getting swept by the Marlins, that may have been enough. As Nick Kurtz with an ugly swing there on a good slider by Robbie Ray for out number 2. Now, guys, we'll see. Robbie Ray last time went, was it 7 innings? 6 or 7 innings, gave up no runs last time out. As Ethan, yes, I would love to hear a fun fact, Ethan, as I'm sweating my ass off. As that pitch is a ball to Shea Langoliers, and it's 1-0. Haron says, excellent, only got 95 degrees here today. Haron, would you believe it's hotter over here in the UK? It's crazy. As that pitch is high by Robbie Ray, and it's 2-0. Yes, Ethan, tell me the fun fact. As I saw you earlier in Paul D's stream. How's it going? As Insane says, Ray's trade value is going up. Yes, Insane, as the 2-0 pitch here to Langoliers is inside, and it's 3-0. Ethan says the chance of winning all 162 games would be, that's about 1 in 1,025, a number so tiny that it's essentially impossible in real life in one season. As it's going to be a walk here to Shea Langoliers, so a 2-out walk. Don't love that from Robbie Ray. He is the walk master, though. So there's a 2-out walk. Ethan, you say it's 1 in 1,025. That's a pretty neat stat, but I've got, Ethan, I would say it's about 1 in a quintillion. There's never going to be a team in the history of Major League Baseball that goes 162 and 0. As Soderstrom fouls that one out of play down the third baseline, and it's 0-1. Scott, rainy 65-degree day here. Love this weather. Scott, that's normally British weather, and I love that sort of weather as well. Spencer says, sounds like a typical day in the UK. Oh, Spencer, it's I've got a massive fan blowing on me because it is absolutely crazy. No aircon, as the O1 pitch is down and outside, and it's 1-1. Ah, uh, Ethan says it didn't type right. The 25 is supposed to be an exponent. All right, yeah, that makes more sense, Ethan. I was gonna say 1 in 1,025 seems pretty low, but there you go, Ethan. Yeah, it's never ever gonna happen. As get this graphic off the screen. Raffy Devers leads the league in doubles. Well, he also leads the league in being the most douchebag teammate in all of baseball. As the 2-1 pitch is swung on a miss and it's 2-2. Yeah, Spencer, I'm literally there's sweat dripping on my glasses. Now you guys can't see that, but it's yeah, it's crazy. And it's 3 a.m. over here, and that's how hot it is. And I'm upstairs as well, and heat travels to the upper floors. As the 2-2 pitch, it's a swing and a miss for Robbie Ray. So we go to the bottom of the first. Ray just with the walk there. It'll be Arise Eldridge and Casey Schmidt due up for the Giants. That's Ethan. Where did you find that stat out? That's a crazy stat. Bob, did I hear Buster Posey? Yes. He sounds like a defeated man. I didn't like how he only answered baseball questions as well. I would have liked him to come out and say, "Hey, there was a lack of acknowledgement and a lack of communication between us at the front office and the coaching team to the players on when they wore the pride hats and wrote over the Giants pride logo." But no, he refused to answer that. And I've seen a couple of you guys say it. The Giants need to fire Buster Posey. Um, it's trending in that way, and, I saw a couple of good comments basically saying if he wasn't Buster Posey, future Hall of Fame Giants catcher, maybe he would already be fired by now. As, Ethan says, "If it happened, what team do you think will do it? Maybe a team that is a new expansion team." Ethan, there's no way a new expansion team would ever go 162-0. If there's any team, I would hate to say it, but probably the Dodgers. But, there's no team that's ever gonna do that, Ethan. As, Haron says, Shaden Frood for Red Sox fans. Yeah, the Red Sox, I saw yesterday, they got walked off by the Rockies. Giants-esque in, Coors Field. As, Insane's on the, hashtag fire Posey crowd. As here's Luis Arizen facing Aaron Civale. The, 0 pitch here to Arise is a automatic take, and its own one. Also, the Giants broadcast today. I don't know if you guys are watching it, but the Giants broadcast, it just seems the colours seem a bit off. Like something's wrong with the broadcast. As the 0-1 pitch to Arise is low, and it's 1-1. Good curveball there by Savali. Scott says if he wasn't Buster Posey, future Giants Hall of Famer, he would have never been hired. And Insane agrees. Yep. No, completely agree. As the 1-1 pitch to Arise is fouled off his foot as he drops the bat straight away and is on his knees in pain as he gets up, hobbling that right foot. I tell you what, as the trainer comes out here for the Giants, there's definitely something wrong with their broadcast because the trainer's face is about as orange as a tomato, or as red as a tomato even. So there's definitely something wrong with their broadcast. As Scott, yep. Don't worry, Scott. We're used to auto corrections here, and I knew what you meant. But I wouldn't surprise if he's a Hall of Gamer as well. So it's 1-2 here to Arise as he's banging his helmet on his shin pad. He really has felt this hit by pitch as Vitello's out with him. Insane. That's a fair point. Just take him out. No point in risking his trade value. The only issue is, do we want another triple A'er in the outfield? That's the only question. So it's 1 and 2 here to Luis Arise. Civale wearing number 45. In the wind-up, he fires high, and it's 2 and 2. So now Arise, yesterday, or on Sunday, sorry, when we needed you to take a walk, you couldn't because you swung at that pitch way above the zone. As Ethan says, I was thinking about it, and ChatGPT confirmed it. Also, Google did it too. All right, Ethan. You're using AI. As that one, did that hit Arise on the hand? No, just missed him. As this is a tough physical at bat here for Luis Arise. That one really in on the hands as he just got his hand out the way in time. So it'll be a full count here to the Giants' second baseman. Civale in the windup. He fires a strike, but it's fouled off by Arise. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball caught a lot of the plate in the 3-2 count, as you would do. You do not want to walk the lead off a runner. As Juice says, looks like Fleming is sporting his Prince Valiant wig in the KNBR booth as Arise pops up that cutter to left field. A shallow fly ball as Soderstrom had to kind of go back there. The ball is definitely carrying tonight. As I've not seen a picture of Dave Fleming, Juice. As Ethan says, did you see why I asked him Paul's chat? I did, Ethan. I will send that to him after this stream. So one down here then, as guys, I've been talking about it. It's Bryce Eldridge checks his swing, but he looks like he swung. No, he didn't. He didn't swing, and it's 1-0. Jack Caglione, 2 home runs today. That's 6 in the last 5 games. That dude's certainly turned a corner. Bryce Eldridge batting 298, a 905 OPS. Sorry, they did say he went. I thought the Giants broadcast strikes again. So he did go. So it's 1-1 then as that pitch is outside. Last 19 games, Bryce Eldridge is batting 375. As the 1-1 pitch to Bryce is a called strike, close pitch. He won't challenge it. And it'll be 1-2. Ethan, you're watching the Cardinals game. How are the Cardinals doing, Ethan? They were it was 0-0 when I was in the chat. As the 1-2 pitch to Bryce is a swing and miss at a high sinker, and he goes down on strikes for the second out. So Bryce Eldridge, he's been going down on strikes a lot more recently, the last few games, as he can't catch up to that high sinker, and that will bring up Casey Schmidt. Still is, Ethan, 0-0 in the 9th inning. All right, we'll see if the Cardinals can hang on for the win there. As just take a rise out. Come on, yeah, Scott. I don't think they'll do that either. They want to show that he's still healthy. As the 0 pitch here to Casey Schmidt is a cool strike on the inside corner. He didn't swing first pitch. Casey Schmidt batting 296, a 324 on base, 531 slugging, 16 home runs. Arguably been the Giants' best hitter this season. As the 0-1 pitch to Schmidt is a swing and a miss at a 4-seam fastball. 93 at the top of the zone. Ethan, what are you going to do if I give you moderator? As the 0-2 pitch to Schmidt is in the dirt and it's 1-2. If you're sensible and I can trust you, I can give it out. But I don't want to make a habit of giving it out to loads and loads of people. As Wilson, what's up? How you doing? How's your Tuesday been? Been watching some of the NBA draft. As the 1-2 pitch here to Casey Schmidt is a pop-up on the infield. Kurtz running in. Kurtz is going to make the catch in foul territory to end the inning. And we go to the top of the second. No base runners for the Giants as their offense goes down in order. Yeah, Wilson, what did you make of the Warriors draft pick? They selected a 23-year-old. His name is eluding me. I know his first name was Yaxel. I don't know his surname. But I did see a lot of fans were happy with him. I thought he was one of the players most fans wanted them to draft. And I saw Cambuza went to the Grizzlies. So it seems interesting, the draft. As Insane says, Dan acts like a completely different person whenever Casey is on lol. I mean, I get what you mean, Insane, because he loves to crap on Matt Chapman, but then when Casey's on, he says, "Oh, Matt Chapman's really good." But you got to be nice, Insane, to the guests at the end of the day. Otherwise, they're never going to come on again. But Wilson says, "My day is going better than Thomas Tuchel." Wilson, I've not given up hope. I still think we're winning the World Cup. Spain drew with Cape Verde, and Cape Verde are one of the worst teams in the tournament. So I'm not giving up hope, but it was annoying they didn't get the win today. As Scott says, "How so, Insane? He's not going to trash the team during a player interview like that." As Insane responded, "True." And Wilson says he's a good player, but the age is certainly a concern. But I guess they're kind of like in the final couple of years of Steph Curry. They're in the final years of Steph Curry, and they're like, "All right, let's just get the best prospect now. If he's a little bit older, if he's going to help us win now, then that's what's most important." All right, Ethan, I'll give you mod as here's Jacob Wilson, the shortstop for the Athletics. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play, and it's 0-1. Haran, Dan was on Casey early. He certainly was. As that pitch is inside and it's 1-1. But Scott says, "How about Garner playing goalie for England today, lol?" As the 1-1 pitch by Wilson is a drive to right field. Lee will have enough room and he will make the catch. And that is a fly out for out number 1. All right, Ethan, you've got it now, my friend. So 1 out here. As look, Scott, I mean, Garner were parking the bus. They were going full out defensive. But actually, if I'm being honest, they should have had a penalty at the end of that game. And that could have been interesting. As you're right, Spencer, it is the top of the second, not the third. Yes, thank you for that, Spencer. It is the top of the second here, and 1 down for Meneses. Meneses batting 3-3-3, 3, yeah, 666 OPS, just 3 at bats, and that's why. As the 1-1 pitch by Ray in the wind-up, and he fires a pitch, and there's a swing and a miss on a change-up, and it's 1-2. Yeah, Haron, England should have had used 3 strikers. Yeah, I thought he got it wrong today, Tuchel. I would like to see lots of tall players on, because crossing was the only way you were going to score against that Ghana team today. So get the big tall strikers on. Harry Kane missed a big chance at the end as well. As Ethan says, he hasn't been keeping track of the World Cup. What has happened? Well, Ethan, I'm English, and today the English drew with Ghana, as it's 3-2 here. 2 Meneses. So that's what happened today. The USA have 1-2. As Insane says, for the World Cup, why is the UK split up? As the 3-2 pitch is a high fly ball out of play, and that'll go foul. And it will remain a 3-2 count. Yep, Scott, that empty netter from Kane was, yep. I maybe swore at my TV a little bit when he missed that. As Insane says, for the World Cup, why is the UK split up? As that's going to be a walk by Robbie Ray, already his second walk. And that'll be a runner on first base. As Ethan, did the Cardinals lose? Is that what you're saying then, Ethan? As the reason the UK is split up is because the UK, you can't have loads of countries as one country, Ethan. as there's a called strike on a pitch that was probably high, but the Athletics won't challenge. And Bolte is the batter. Oh, Ethan, did the Cardinals lose? It sounds like they did. As the 0-1 pitch is a wick ground ball to Robbie Ray. Ray is going to fire over to Arise at second. Arise is going to flip it over to Devers, and that is going to be a double play for the Giants to end the inning. Nice defense there, as it's a 1-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the second. Devers, Lee, and Adamus will be due up. Also insane. I want nothing to do with Scotland, Wales, or Northern Ireland. Insane. It's in fairness, it's weird we have Great Britain for the Olympics. I think it should be split up because Team GB, that's technically 4 countries, or sorry, 5 countries as one. It doesn't seem right to me. But no, and also you have to remember in England there's the Premier League, in Scotland there's the Scottish Premier League, and in Ireland and Northern Ireland they've got their own separate leagues as well. Insane. Would the UK have the best team if they combined all the countries? Um, insane. I already think England do have the best team, so I don't think you need to combine them. I don't see any player in any of those countries that would get in England's team. Maybe you guys could name one, but I don't see anyone getting in England's team, or certainly the starting 11. Like Gareth Bale, maybe 10 years ago. Yep, but not not nowadays. As Scott says, someone let us know if Devers is met with boos when he comes to the plate. Will do, Scott. I'll actually listen in for you. I hope there is. He deserves to be booed. Ethan, you're done with the bullpen. Matt Swanson or Svanson, he is horrible. Insane. If they're real fans, if this was Philadelphia, they would boo him for sure. As I can't hear any boos as Devers swings and fouls off the first pitch. It's 3-0, Ethan. Really? I can see, yeah, the Diamondbacks 3-0, top of the ninth on my graphic. Scott, I feel like I can hear the odd boo, the odd twat in the crowd get, oh well, not twat actually. He's actually good. The odd guy in the crowd booing him. But not much. The odd fat, yeah, Insane says might have been a little bit of booze, but can't tell exactly. As the 1-1 pitch here to Devers is high, and it's 2-1. No, Spencer. I bet you're happy about that though, Spencer. So 2-1 then to Devers. Devers needs to make up with it for about 3 home runs today. That's the only way. But still, I still want him traded as he fouls that pitch off. And it's 2-2. Insane. Yeah. Ron says you should have a double play song like Boom Boom Baseball as a 2-2 pitch. Yeah, maybe like a 3-second a 3-second song, Haron. As a 2-2 pitch by Devers is fouled off. I still need to create a Grand Slam graphic as well. I want to create a Grand Slam graphic. But I'm not I don't think the Giants are going to hit one today. So I think I'm all good. As Scott says, that would be like USA teaming up with Canada and Mexico. Exactly, Scott. That's spot on. So 2-2 here to Raffy Devers. Civale in the wind-up. He fires. That one is a good pitch, but a good take by Devers. And it is a full count here. As Insane says, Devers can make up for it by getting traded, lol. Yeah. Insane. I think every fan would be over the moon if that happened. That's a 3-2 pitch to Devers. Is a weak ground ball back to the pitcher. Boo, Raffy Devers. You waste of money and you fat twat. Boo, boo, boo. So 1 out here. If you're going to act like a twat, at least play like one of the best players in baseball. As Scott says, bum up. He deserves a serenade of booze. Yep. This is the one issue with Giants fans is we're not like the East Coast. As Lee takes low, and it's 1-0. Insane. Devers with a fast sprint to first base. We should have left him in on Sunday. Yeah, insane. I don't buy the fact when he says he thought they were only taking him out because he's injured. As Leah crushes one to right field, that's in Triples Alley. That ball is gonna leave the yard in Triples Alley. Jung-Hoo Lee with a home run. 1-0 Giants as he hits his 5th of the year. That one, you have to get it to the long part of the yard there. And he got all of that ball. So 1-0 Giants as here on Jolly Good Takes is Boom, Boom, Baseball.
When Liam streams your game, it's boom, boom, baseball. High, deep, and never coming back.
So 1-0 to the Giants as Jung-Hoo Lee goes deep. That's what we're talking about. As Adamas doesn't swing at a slider outside. Isn't that a miracle? So it's 1-0 here to Willie Adamas. As Adamas takes a curveball in there for a strike. As Juice says, Devers avoided the proper reception. He'll be crying in the shower after clearing the post-game buffet. Yes, Devers, he does love his food. As there's a close pitch, but a ball to Willie Adamas, and it's 2-1. Insane says, I booed the Giants when they played the Cubs that Saturday a week and a half ago. Good for you, Insane. I would do the same. As the 2-1 pitch to Adamas is low and it's 3-1. I know Lou Marston boos all the time, and he's right next to the Giants dugout. I'm pretty sure he's been kicked out of a few Giants games. As Ethan says, I think our whole bullpen is a waste of money and space. Just keep our starter in the whole game as Adamas fouls that pitch off. Or a better idea, hey Shohei Ohtani, put him in the bullpen. Ethan, fair enough. That's a good point. As Scott says, good for you, Insane. As a fan, you should express how you feel. Yeah, absolutely, Scott. As Adamas hits a ground ball foul, and it'll be 3-2 still. As Haron says, makes me laugh everything. Boom, boom, baseball. Haron, even I like that song. And I'll play it at the end of the inning as well. Every time the Giants go deep, I thought, well, the Giants, when they hit a home run on the broadcast, they play it's bye-bye baseball. I thought, well, what's cooler than bye-bye baseball? Boom, boom, baseball. As Adamas with a line drive to left field, that's going to get down and get by Soderstrom, who misplays it. Adamas is going to get a base hit and get to second base. So that is a double for Willie Adamas, who's also a bum, but fair enough. He did hit a double there. As Juice with the Korean flag, South Korean flag. Let me put an emphasis on South Korean. As Insane says, 414 feet is the longest home run of his career. Damn, no pop-up blow. No, Insane, you're absolutely right. To get it out, I thought Lee would never hit a home run in that part of the yard. I thought he'd have to pull it over the right field, the wall. But wow, fair play to him. As Scott says, wow, Jung-Hoo Lee hit that 414. As Chapman takes a called strike on the outside corner and is 0-1. That's pretty far for a stick of a player. He got all of that one. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Spencer, sorry. Did I say bye? I think I said bye-bye baseball. Yeah, bye-bye baby. Yeah, sorry, Spencer. Thanks for correcting me. As Chapman crushes one to left field, that ball's carrying. That ball is off the top of the wall. Soderstrom played it quite well as his throw comes to second. Chapman's going to be out as a run comes to score. 2-0 Giants, although Chapman is out at second base. Look, I said, fair play to Soderstrom there. He made up for the misplay, although did he? Because it did cost his team a run. As it looks like is that Geloff here? He's really hurt his hand here on the swipe. He's got a lot of dirt on it. Yeah, it is Geloff that's hurt his hand. Hopefully he's okay. I really like Zach Geloff. I wanted the Giants to get him. As he kind of fooled Matt Chapman trod on his hand coming into second base. Ouch, that is a painful one. That's painful. As Insane says, yeah, what is Chapman doing to that A's player? That's what I like in a rivalry. Let's no bullshit. Let's kill the opponents. That was painful as he put pretty much all his body weight on that hand. As Insane, yes, lots of hanging off-speed pitches. Ethan, well, tomorrow the Cardinals can get back into the series by winning tomorrow in the bullpen game. Let's hope, Ethan, they do that. As Paul D, I saw, is not going live tomorrow. Maybe we can go live for that game. Probably not, but maybe. I'll have a little check. As Spencer says, on Father's Day, we went to a golf course here in town for brunch, and evidently Sergio Romo was there. That's pretty sick, Spencer. Did you tell him, can you get back in the Giants bullpen as Gilbert takes outside and it's 1-0? Because we need a pitcher like Sergio Romo. As Insane says, yeah, what is Chapman doing to that A's player? Yeah, poor guy Zim Zim. What's up, Zim Zim? How you doing? As the 1-0 pitch here to Gilbert is a called strike down the middle. Juice is already calling Chapman a clown for his base running. I just thought the Soderstrom and left played that ball really well. I don't mind Chapman going for that. As yes, Chapman does get an RBI. Or Crapman, as Spencer calls him, as there's a fly ball to right field. That ball's going to be caught, so we end the inning. The Giants do score twice, though, thanks to the Jung-Hoo Lee home run and then Matt Chapman RBI single. We go to the top of the third now, and it's 2-0 Giants, as at the end of the inning, every time here on Jolly Good Takes, when the Giants hit a home run, it's boom, boom, baseball.
When Liam streams your game, it's boom, boom, baseball. High, deep, and never coming back.
Yes, so 2-0 then. The Giants, look, it's still early, but they seem to play okay against the A's. Everyone else, they don't. But hey, we gotta give it something positive, I guess. As Insane says, he tagged Chapman in a weird area and Chapman stepped on his foot. Insane, if he actually did that on purpose, which he definitely didn't, that would be pretty funny. As Scott says, Dan tagged out at second after hitting the ball off the wall. Either he's slow as hell or that came off the wall perfectly. Yeah, Scott, it was a proper line drive. And Soderstrom with a lovely play there in left. And he has a strong arm as he fired that over to the second baseman, Geloff, who applied the tag. As Bob says, we have R in. Yes, Bob, we have R in. McNeil Zimzim says. As Spencer says, are they really our rivals? Probably not, Spencer. I actually quite like the A's, but they used to be cross-city rivals. As Gooey, what's up, Gooey McDougal? How you doing? The Giants actually scored 2 runs. How about that? I know, Gooey, it's a miracle. Will the bullpen blow it today, though? As Zimzim says, Yaxel Lenderborg, yes. The 23-year-old, going to turn 24 by the start of the NBA season, was drafted by the Golden State Warriors with pick number 11 in the 2026 NBA draft. Zim, you pretty happy about that? I think that's a pretty good pick. I just don't like his age. But hey, they're trying to put the best possible players around Steph Curry. As that pitch is inside to Thomas here, the right fielder. As Ethan says, please, for the number 1 Dodgers hater. Ethan, what are you getting at? Are you saying please for the stream? Sorry, I'm a bit behind on messages here. Is that what you're saying? I'll have a look. As the 1-0 pitch is low to Thomas and it's 2-0. What time is the Giants game tomorrow, Bob? Same time as today. That's what time the Giants game is tomorrow, Bob. As a 2-0 pitch here is a fly ball to right field. Lee going back in Triples Alley is going to call off Gilbert and drop the ball. What is Lee doing there? He just lost concentration. Lee drops the ball in right field and Thomas is going to get to second base. Oh my days, Lee, what are you doing there? He must have lost that ball in the sun. That will go down as an E9. I think that's genuinely the most shocked I've been in the whole Giant streams. He just took his eyes off the ball, did not watch that into the glove, and he just dropped it. A routine play, and Lee drops it. Oh, Giants, what an embarrassment. As Spence says, hey, Zim, Haron 12 chatters. Is it? Because for some reason, Haron, my chat thing, it always works for the first 30 minutes, and now it just is frozen at 6. But that's great, Haron. Thanks for telling me that. As Insane says, calling the A's our rivals is like calling the Dodgers and Angels rivals. I know, Insane. As it's 1-1, just because we're close. Really, the Dodgers are our biggest rivals. Why we don't play them on rivalry week is beyond me. So, Zim Zim, can I see your scorecard? Zim Zim, you'll never believe me. As there's a line drive to left field, that's a base hit. They're going to wave home the runner. Thomas is going to score, and the A's respond straight away, and it's 2-1. As there's an RBI single. I know, Zim Zim, but I don't want to miss any chat. As Zim Zim, I always score the games in the morning, so I can read the chat. Otherwise, it's too much. So that's that. But then I ripped them up and put them into my folder. So apologies, Zim Zim. I won't show it to you because there's nothing on it. I always do it after the game. But yeah, I am far behind in the chat because there's a lot of comments coming in today, as that one is fouled off by Jeff McNeil. So Jeff McNeil, as Zim Zim said, has checked into the game for Zach Geloff here, who did get injured on his hand. Maybe he broke his hand. Jeff McNeil traded from the Mets. He's batting .234. He is a lefty, so it should be an advantageous matchup for Ray, as the 0-1 pitch is outside and it's 1-1. Insane says, can't wait to see Tyler Marlowe pitch again tomorrow. Yeah, guaranteed. Bet the over on the over-under in that total. As D-Craps have the bags loaded and 2 outs. All right, Spencer. Something's probably happened there. As there's a check swing. Did McNeil go? He did not. And it's 2-1. Spencer, 4-0 Arizona heading into the bottom of the 9th. Yes. As everyone's saying, what the fuck, Jung-Hoo Lee? God, I am a bit far behind. Although I'm catching up. As the 2-1 pitch to McNeil is a perfect outside fastball. And it's 2-2. Lee then's cost the Giants the run. As Insane says, Lee, you are lucky you hit a homer, or else I would cuss you out right now. Look, Jung-Hoo Lee, I love Jung-Hoo Lee. He's going to make mistakes. I can live with Jung-Hoo Lee making a mistake. Now, that one's inexcusable. You should never drop a routine fly ball like that, as that pitch is fouled off and it remains 2-2. But I like Jung-Hoo Lee. You can't use the excuse, though. He's not on a big contract. He is on a big contract. So that play has got to be made. As Juice says, so much for the goodwill of that home run. Yep, Juice. As Zim Zim says, he sees 16 chatters. Spencer says, smash that like button if you haven't already, as they've got the runner picked off. And the throw is going to be in time, and they're going to tag out the runner as Adam supplies the tag. So a good pick off there by Robbie Ray. And hey, there'll be no one on there, as I like that aggressive base running by the A's as Muncy gets out. Sometimes it doesn't work, but that's what I want to see the Giants do more. As Gooey, if you're still in there, you know that's my opinion. I want to see the Giants with more stolen base attempts, even if they get out. As Zim Zim says, eat shit, Jung-Hoo Lee. Yeah, Spencer, no shutdown inning. That's one of my big things. What do you do as that 0-0 pitch is down? What do you do after you score? That's the most important inning. Giants never get that shutdown inning. So it's 2-1 Giants then. As Insane says, Geloff came out of the game. Yes, he did. As Spencer, thank you for putting the Discord link out there. As there's a pop up on the infield, Chapman will make the catch for out number 2. As running the bases like the Giants, Spencer says. Well, Spencer, I would agree with you, but the Giants never run. So that's all I can say. As Zimzim says, can of corn? No. Shit. As Insane says, NBC Bay Area has been messing up the scoreboard a lot lately. Yeah, no, Insane, I've noticed that. As the 0 pitch here to Nick Kurtz by Robbie Ray is fouled out of play. That was a curveball right down the middle, but fouled off. And it's 0-1. So 0-1 to Nick Kurtz. By the way, guys, I was talking to Paul D earlier on his stream. If you want to listen to Cardinals baseball, or you just listen to good baseball content creators, go and check out Paul D. That dude is very good at his job, and he's helping out a lot of fans. So shout out to him. So 1-1 here to Nick Kurtz. Do join the Discord. Spencer put the link in. It's a good Discord. Normally I get mocked because of England in the World Cup right now. And we share our opinions of any breaking Giants news. But if there is major breaking Giants news, we will be live streaming that. As Kurtz with a sharp ground ball, straight to Arise. Arise will fire it over to Devers. So the A's get 1 on the Jung-Hoo Lee crazy error in right. Robbie Ray may give Lee a death stare look in the dugout as we go to the bottom of the 3rd here in San Francisco, a Tuesday night City Connect evening game. Yeah, Spencer, 2-1 after 2.5. Yeah, guys, as Spencer said, if you can smash that like button, that is much appreciated. It helps out the show a lot as we are streaming every day. We do baseball games every day. We're going to be doing NFL games every day. If there's no baseball next year, I'll have to do basketball until basketball ends. Then I have no idea what I'm going to do if there's no baseball. But maybe we do like MLB The Show live streams. We just do hangout live streams. I don't know. We'll do dual streams as well. With other guests like Giant Sports Talk Live. As Zimson says, assuming you're going to do a deadline live stream, and if any of our guys get traded, emergency stream. Yes, Zimzim, I will be doing. At Zimzim, yes, Warriors and Sharks. I'm definitely going to be doing Zimzim. I'm just talking about at this time next year, if there's no baseball, because obviously ice hockey and the Warriors would not be on right now. But definitely going to do a lot of Shark streams if you're interested in ice hockey, because they are very good and very young. As Lee is lucky he's hitting 330, or else that contract would be terrible. Insane, absolutely. But it's not a terrible contract because he is hitting 330. As Zimzim, I'm going to ask Giant Sports Talk Live if we can do a dual stream, because look, they always do a deadline stream, so I'm going to ask them if we can do a dual one, because I've known the guys for years since they've started doing it, and I don't want to take any views away from their channel, and anyway, they get more views than I do, so we'll do a dual stream hopefully for that one, guys, as I get along with them pretty nicely. As Suzak is due up, he is behind 0-1. Suzak is batting 278. No home runs yet. Now would be a good time for Suzak's first home run. Although he takes a wild swing of that slider as he was out in front of it. And it's 0-2. I love the Lee contract. Earlier, I thought it was ass. But now I love it. So worth it. If you ask 2 months ago, I think most fans would say it was ass. But it's looking pretty good now. Now, I don't think he's worth that much money. Maybe 18 million. Like 15 to 18 million. As the 0-2 pitch is a cool strike 3 on the curveball. Suzak then goes down looking as can I help you? No, just looking. No, yeah, I think Leeds making maybe 5 million too much, but you're gonna have to overpay to get people to join San Francisco. So that's what the Giants did. But I'm happy he's in San Francisco. And look, Posey said they're gonna listen to calls on anybody, so that includes him. Would you trade Jung Hoo Lee? There's a question. I do have my worries about Jung Hoo Lee. Is he a bit injury prone? Yes. He doesn't hit for that many, as the 1-0 pitch is a cooled strike. He doesn't hit that many home runs. His defense isn't that great. Do you trade him while his value is so high? Zim Zim pulled out the Trevor Bauer, huh, Liam? Yes, I did. Um, I watch him as the 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. I actually watched a lot of his streams when he was in the Mexican League because I like to see what routine a pitcher would go through as how they would deal with it, the interactions on the field, just to improve my knowledge. You know, guys, a few of you guys have said, I think Wilson was on here and he said, yeah, I may be British, but I know a ton about baseball, and that's because I expose myself to so many things. All I do is watch baseball in my free time, apart from streaming, as it's 2-2 here to Luis Arise. Arise then, he fouled a pitch off his foot in the bottom of the first, sorry, but he's still in the game. As Zim Zim says, he's now back with the Diablos, by the way. Yeah, Zim Zim, as the 2-2 pitch is a foul ball, and it's 2-2. No, Zim Zim, what is your opinions about him not coming back to the MLB? I think it's right, actually. I don't think he'd be that good. And I think he does. I like competitive edge. Maybe he pushes it to the limits, and it's a bit like Thomas Partey as Arise fouls that pitch out of play and it remains 2-2. If you guys know who Thomas Partey is, convicted of these crimes while he was a Premier League player. We'll see. If he's found guilty, then that's one thing. If he's found not guilty, you'll never see a Premier League team sign him again because that'll always be in the back of the mind. Same with Mason Greenwood, for those of you that know who Mason Greenwood is. But I'll stop with the football or soccer analogies as Arise with an emergency swing there fouls it out of play, and it's 2-2. No, Zim Zim, I know Trevor Bauer's found innocent, but I think teams still want to stay away from those allegations. But I think most of the time it's just people wanting to make money because he has lots of money. As a 2-2 pitch to Arise is high, almost hit him again, and it'd be a full count. As a 4-2 to the Diamondbacks in St. Louis, as Spencer says, with the tie run up and 2 down. As Zim Zim says, I'm a certified ball knower. I appreciate that, Zim Zim. This is the sport I would know the most about, even over soccer. As a 3-2 pitch is a line drive up the middle. That one's going to get through for a base hit past the diving Wilson. So Arise then with a base hit. As Zim Zim says, the World Cup is the greatest sporting event live. Ethan, do you want me to put the rally cap on for your Cardinals? I can put the rally cap on for your Cardinals, Ethan. I saw Spencer told me it's 4-2. The rally cap is on for your Cardinals. I like that hashtag. As here's Bryce Eldridge. Eldridge takes outside and it's 1-0. No, Zim Zim, the World Cup is probably the biggest sporting event in the world. As Insane says, Trevor Bauer's found not guilty though, but he's not good enough to play in the MLB. That's what I think, Insane. As the 1-0 pitch to Eldridge is fouled out of play. And it's 1-1. I know, Ethan. I'm gonna turn the hat inside out, but this hat doesn't actually turn inside out, really. But I can do that. I don't want to ruin it though, Ethan. But it is turned inside out now, Ethan. For your Cardinals. There's a 1-1 pitch here to Bryce Eldridge. Civale fires, and that one's fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. Need to answer here after giving the A's a free run. Let's see, Spencer. Now, because I wear headphones, it's always a balancing act with this rally cap. As the Red Sox are winning 5-1 over the Rockies. And the 1-2 pitch here to Bryce Eldridge is a good take on a low curveball. And it's 2-2. Again, guys, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. That would be much appreciated. As the 2-2 pitch here to Eldridge is a weak ground ball, out of play, foul. So it will remain 2-2. As the rally cap it fell off. I hope that didn't bring you bad luck, because I just heard my Alexa go then, and I was thinking, what's going on? As there's a pickup attempt, and a rise is back safely. You know what? That should stay on like that for a little bit anyway. They're down to their last strike. It's 2-2 here to Bryce Eldridge. As the pitch is a weak ground ball, this one could be a double play. As the throw goes to Wilson, Wilson's throw over to first is not in time. So there'll just be one out. We'll see if the A's will review it. As Spencer says, the D-backs held on. Well, that's annoying, as the rally cap did not work. So apologies. As Ethan says, no, the rally cap didn't work. By the way, guys, there's 7 of you watching. If you could all hit the like button, that would be much appreciated. As Insane says, he's safe. There's 8 of you watching now. If you could all hit that like button, that would be much appreciated. As there's a cool strike to Casey Schmidt. So Eldridge then, he is actually the slowest player on the Giants, I heard. So at least he beat that one out. He didn't hit it very hard. That gave him the opportunity to get down the line and beat it out. As the 0-1 pitch here to Schmidt is fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. Again, guys, apologies if I wipe my face. It is 100 degrees here in the UK, and there's no air conditioning. And I don't think Glenn's watching, but if Glenn was watching, he knows what it's like, because sometimes in Canada, it gets to 100 degrees. As the 0-2 pitch to Schmidt is high, and it's 1-2. Sometimes, yeah, in Canada, it gets over 100, and he's got no aircon, and he says he sweats his butt cheeks off. As Ethan, I apologise for your Cardinals loss. Hopefully they can bounce back tomorrow. As the 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss by Schmidt. We go to the top of the 4th. Giants can't add on. They can't respond to the Athletics run. Look, when Arise got on, you've got the top of the order there. And also, guys, no stolen base attempt. What do we think about that? I would have liked to see a stolen base attempt there, but no. Arise, he does attempt a few. He forced a throw over to first, but he didn't go. Scott, your house must be in the 80s. Yes, Scott. My bedroom's in the 90s. Because I should open a window, really. But you're taught to have the blinds closed. And the windows closed all day. So I should really open the windows, but I won't do that. Yeah, Scott, I've got a massive fan right next to me, right here. But the issue is, it's not tall enough to get to my face. It only gets to my body. But yeah, as I said, the insulation in these houses was built for the freezing cold, so the heat gets trapped. It's my arse cheeks are sweating, but you can't really tell on the broadcast, so that's fine. And also, I'm fine anyways. At the end of the day, it's only a little sweat. We'll be good. But before I came on the stream, I literally took a cold shower. But it only took 10 minutes, and I'm back hot again. That's the thing with San Francisco. It never gets boiling hot. So 2-1 Giants then as we approach the top of the fourth. We'll see if Robbie Ray can get a 1-2-3 inning here. As there's a ground ball, that's going to be a foul ball. That looks fair to me as Chapman throws it across the diamond. Zim Zim, in March, it got to 100. Oh, really? I thought it never got to 100. I thought 90 was the max. So it's 0-1 here to Shea Langoliers. Dodgers are winning 7-2 over the Twins. That's a load of crap. Guardians lost to the White Sox 2-1. I know, Scott. That's all good. Appreciate that comment. As the 0-1 pitch is a high pitch and it's 1-1. Because it's 3 a.m., the lighting isn't the best. But I have got a sweat on my glasses, but you can't tell, so that's all good. So it's 1-1 here. As Scott says, you got to have the right wind to get super right in San Francisco. As the 1-1 pitch to Langoliers is a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Really in England, it never gets this hot, but in 2022, I think it was, it got to about 105 Fahrenheit, which is the highest recorded temperature ever in the UK. I don't know how people deal with that, as the 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt by Langoliers. Suzak applies the tag, and that's the first out. As Gooey says, when I go to San Francisco, I never wear undies, love. Yeah. Oh, 10 outs. 1 out here. Yeah, Gooey. Normally I wear a jumper for 10 months of the year here. As the 0 pitch is driven the other way, but that's going to be straight to Chapman. Chapman will fire it over to Devers for out number 2 on the first pitch, and Soderstrom goes down. Now, I think the fact you guys are saying, I don't think we needed to know that. I thought that's what you guys may call, like shorts was undies, but I get it now. You let your balls breathe, Gooey. Is that what we're saying? As that pitch is outside, I just read it as, oh, you don't, you never wear shorts. If that was an American term, but no, undies is short for underpants. I get it. I misinterpreted that. So there you go. Let them breathe as the 1-0 pitch is outside and it's 2-0. Zim Zim loves the cold. As everyone's saying, what the fuck, Gooey? But look, I think most men may have done that at one point. But Zim Zim says it gets real hot in San Francisco sometimes, also real cold. And you prefer the cold as it's 3-0 here to Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson's 0 for 1. Zim Zim, I prefer my favorite season is spring when it's about 70 degrees for about a month. That's my favorite season. As there's a cool strike and it's 3-1 at the knees. Yeah, that's my preferred temperature. If you have to ask me, do I prefer it super cold or super hot? I would always opt for super cold. Just because as the 3-1 pitch here is inside and that would be a 2-out walk. Just because here in the UK it's way easier to get hot than it is to get cold. So that's why I prefer the cold. If I'm going on holiday, I would rather go to a hot place than a cold place though. But in the UK, I much prefer the cold. So a 2-out base runner for the Athletics here, as Ray fires low, and it's 1-0. As Zim Zim, 19 people in the chat, now 14. Everyone hit that like button. As we stream baseball games every day, As Insane says, Gooey wants that contact to be a little closer on the outfield celebrations, lol. Insane, yes. As a 2-0 here to Meneses, and we're going to get a mound visit here as Ray's lost his command. And I like this mound visit by Suzak. No, I think Gooey may be Drew Gilbert's cousin. As Juice says, crikey, on KNBR, play-by-play this inning, Fleming must be cementing his loose wig back down. What is going on? What's happening on KNBR, Juice? What is happening? As Gooey says, you got it, Juice. And Zimzim says Gooey is definitely a degenerate gooner. Back to the thrusting tangent, Juice says. That is your 2026 San Francisco Giants. The big thrusters. That's why they're shit, though. They care too much about their celebrations and not enough about the baseball. As it's 2-1, as Ray finally threw a strike there. 2 Meneses. We'll see if he can back it up with another strike. As that pitch is inside, so he can't, and it's 3-1. It's Zim. I was thinking that. He's an Arsenal fan. But you're saying a proper gooner. As Gooey says, insane sports take. Now, those celebrations are funny, but definitely strange. As there's a called strike and it's a full count here. Look, the Giant celebrations. I actually like Drew Gilbert. I don't know about you guys, but the strangling. I like the energy he brings, just not when you're down by when you're 15 games under. That's where it's annoying. As a full count pitch is a call strike 3. Are we going to get a challenge? No, we are not. So Robbie Ray then has a can I help you? No, just looking. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Can the Giants add on? It'll be Devers, Lee, and Adamas. Raffy Devers, boo, boo, boo. Boo to you. Shouldn't have even been in the lineup. But the spineless, zero accountability Giants can't give their most expensive player a lesson. Yeah, Spencer. For Robbie Ray, it's pretty good, I would say. As let me get you the exact number of pitches for Robbie Ray. It's 61 through 4 innings. So rightly, Spencer, exactly where you want to be, right? Or just one pitch over. As Scott says, that thrusting is another example of the clown show this team is. You could argue, Scott, that Tony Vitello doesn't have control of the team because actually, when MLB kind of said, "Can you stop doing that?" and Tony Vitello came out and said, "All right, I'm going to get them to stop doing it." The next day, there was a clip of him thrusting, and the team did it again. I mean, what are you doing? Do this team just hate the MLB? I think the Giants may just hate the MLB. As Zimzum says, by the way, that Posey interview was embarrassing. What can I say, Zimzum? I didn't like the fact that he didn't answer the pride hat thing. I would have. He didn't. I didn't like that fact, but is what it is. If the Giants don't want to answer things that are important to the fans, then go and fuck yourself, basically, and apologize for any kids watching. As Insane says, Posey always sounds incompetent when he gets interviewed now as president of baseball operations. I mean, that interview on KNBR he did a month ago when he was talking about a relief pitcher, that was a crazy interview saying, "You want us to sign Edwin Diaz?" Mate, calm down. There were other options. We didn't just want Edwin Diaz. So Raffy Devers then, boo, is due up. You got to hit 5 home runs in a day, and I'll forgive you for 2 days, but I'll be back to booing after that. As Devers fouls that pitch off, as Heron says, Will Clark would kick his ass. This team needs Will Clark in the dugout. I need someone that's going to tell you the truth and say it how it is. I want that type of personality. As the 0-1 pitch to Devers is inside, it's 1-1. Now, I don't want Will Clark all the time, but right now, this whole team, Heron, needs to kick up their arse. So that's my opinion on that. As Scott says, wow, I didn't realize MLB stepped in on that celebration. Yeah, and then Tony Vitello did it as well. As Devers takes the loan, it's 2-1. That sums up in college. Hey, maybe college fans like the manager doing that. In baseball, you got older fans watching, you got kids watching as well. Look, it was a good joke as Devers fouls that pitch off. When MLB steps in and the manager does it, really, what we doing? So 2-2 then to Raffy Devers, the Giants' arrogant first baseman. Civale then at 62 pitches will fire high, and it's a full count. Oh, Spencer. Oh, I know. Will, I see what he comes out with today. About him being a red arse. That's why I said I don't want him to be in there all the time. Sometimes though, these players need to kick up their own arse. As Devers pops that one out of play, and sometimes these players' egos are too big. I want them to be humbled. At the end of the day, the fans are paying money for this product. You've got to go out there and put out a winning baseball team. And right now, you're the worst team in baseball. I'm looking at all these power rankings. They've got the Giants dead last at 30 as Devers fouls that pitch off. And it's a full count still. Zim Zim, someday there'll be a movie about the mismanagement of this club. Probably right, Zim Zim. It'll be why the 2026 Giants were the worst team in baseball history as they finish 40 and 122. Devers then, he's going to get out here as he hits a soft fly ball to left field. Soderstrom will make the catch for out number 1. Way to go, Raffy Devers, you big bum. Get your ass in that dugout. Now, guys, if you actually like Raffy Devers, I apologise. I'll just do it for today since he should have been benched. I have nothing. I don't hate Raffy Devers. I've just seen enough of him. As a Jew says, Devers with another quality AB. Yep. I expect Insane to say his trade value's increased with that at bat. As Insane says, I wish Devers walked and Martello signal to pinch run for him just to piss the guy off. As Lee takes high and it's 1-0. Could you imagine that? It would be interesting, guys, next time if we're in another scenario like Sunday to see, does Tony Vitello go and pinch run him again? Or as the player one? I would be interested to see that scenario. As Lee takes a curveball there on the top of the zone for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Zim Zim, the Diet Coke I'm drinking with dinner has USA soccer stuff and flags all over it. Zim Zim, I love when they brand the soft drinks like that. Over here, the Coke Zeros I drink as Lee fouls that one off are all got World Cup themed. I love it. As Zim Zim saying, "Oh, Lee and Ray, can you elaborate? Because I'm not listening to the commentary." As a Devers, what a little cat. Yeah, Scott. Yeah. As the 1-2 pitch to Lee is high and it's 2-2. Insane says Ray always looks pissed off for some reason. Yeah, Ray. Well, Insane is probably like, why the heck did the Mariners trade me to this shitty franchise? They did. Lee and Ray. Zim Zim. But Lee's batting as he fouls that pitch off. And they showed a replay, Zim Zim, when Lee dropped it. Well, I'm sure Ray can forgive him when it doesn't go against his earned run average, which is now down to 387, by the way. All right, Zim Zim. I won't go back because I've got to call the game. But yeah, it was a replay. As Lee hits a weak ground ball, that one's going to be a tough play for Wilson, and it's going to be an infield single for Jung Hoo Lee as Wilson's throw was late. So that's the Lee's second hit of the game. Gooey, if you're in there, what do we want, Gooey? We want a stolen base. Zim Zim, definitely a single. No chance that's E6. Wilson was moving to his right. Tough play. So definitely no error there as he did the best he could. He had a jump throw on it going away from first base. Definitely not an E6. As Insane says, Ray was probably like, I'm this close to getting out of this shit show, and you fucked it up for me, Leela. Absolutely insane. As there's a swing and a miss by Mr. $180 million amazing shortstop Harvey Baez. Oh, I meant Willie Adames. Sorry, I misspoke there. And it's 0-1. Believe it or not, if you are new here and you're watching, it's not all negativity. I'm not just a negative person, as that 0-1 pitch is low. When the team does good, I am positive. And when the Niners play, I'll be more positive. When the Sharks play, you will barely hear me say a bad word about the Sharks. Zim Zim, the bro went the wrong. Yeah, it's not an error, Zim Zim, though. As the 1-1 pitch here to Willie Adams. Adams, can you do anything? He hits a fly ball to centre field. That ball is going to get down for a base hit. So Adamas then, with his second bloop hit of the game, and it'd be runners at first and second. Adamas's 2 hits then have just landed in front of the outfielders as they both dived and unable to make the catch. So it's runners at first and second is, can the Giants get that big hit? As Insane says, the A's defense is bad. Insane hasn't been good as of yet. Now, they are a young team, but you think, like, when they get Denzel Clark back, you think that should help. As Chapman fouls off the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Matt Chapman then's 1-for-1 with an RBI single, but he did get thrown out at second base on the play. Batting average with runners in scoring position. Hurts and Chapman are 2 of the top 3. As I somehow Chapman's that shocks me. As the 0-1 pitch then by Civale is a called strike, and it's 0-2. Sorry, Juice double steal my ass. They're never doing a double steal. It can be done the right pitcher because Wilmer Flores was at second and he had a double steal going to third. It can be done, but my ass double steal. They ain't doing a double steal. Give themselves a nosebleed. So 0-2 to Chapman. If anything, can he just move the runners both into scoring position here? As the pitcher is going to step off. The bullpen is warming up. Matt Crook, the lefty, is in the bullpen for the A's as their pitcher is struggling to get through 4 innings right now. As Chapman then swings and misses at a cutter right down the middle. Come on, Matt. What are we doing? That was right down the middle. As a Juice, maybe a wild pitch is a lot more likely than Giants executing a double steal. So Chapman with an unproductive at-bat. It'll be left up to Gilbert to extend the lead. As Insane says, it's more likely that the Giants hit 5 home runs this game than them double steal. I know. As Gilbert takes a called strike and it's 0-1. Absolutely Insane. You're spot on. Ain't zero chance they're double stealing. I like the idea, Juice, and Gooey will like the idea as well. It just doesn't happen. As the 0-1 pitch to Gilbert is high and inside, and it's 1-1, and actually it hit him. Well, there you go. Gilbert didn't even react, but the umpire saw it straight away, and it's going to be bases loaded here for Suzak. We'll see if the A's challenge it. As on the replay here, yeah, that looked like it hit him to me, guys. You think it hit the bat? As we are going to get a challenge. You're Zim Zim saying foul ball as well. All right, I'm moving back to first and second then. If you guys are saying, I need another replay there. We will see. Did this ball hit Drew Gilbert or not? I thought that did actually hit him. Guys, there's no way that hit the bat, surely. Right, we're looking at a really slowed replay here. Guys, you're right. That hit the bat. That's definitive for me, that last replay. Gilbert still got the bat in his hand. So that hit the bat, guys. And it's going to be 0-2 here to Gilbert, I believe. Yeah, hit the bat. I'm quicker than New York. As a replay review confirms, it is. Well, I can't hear him. Cool stands. Cool stands my ass. What's going on? That was definitely no, but Zim Zim. That was definitely off the end of the bat. As Suzak then is going to come out with the bases loaded. We're going to get a mound visit. I'm sorry, that was definitely a off the bat. That was a foul ball for definite. My ass did that come off the off Gilbert. Gilbert was even in the dugout with the bat in his hand, in the batter's box, sorry, with the bat in his hand, getting ready to take the next pitch. And to me, New York needs to use a bit of common sense. If the batter is waiting in the batter's box because he thinks he's fouled it off, then he's fouled it off. So as Juice says, we do get a free base runner. Can the Giants take advantage? Suzak almost hit a grand slam in Miami. What a way it would be to get his first home run. Also, I don't have the grand slam graphic ready, so that would it'd probably happen. So Civale then at 80 pitches is going to face Suzak here. As he's in the windup, he fires outside and it's 1-0. Not what you want to do is get behind. Scott, we will take it. But the Giants definitely caught a break there. As the 1-0 pitch here to Suzak is a foul ball out of play. A cutter that was below the zone. Don't really know if you should have been swinging at Suzak and a 1-0 count, but he did. Giants lead baseball in grand slams. It's truly a remarkable stat, but the Angels and the Orioles are right below them, and neither of those two teams are good either. So correlation is negative. Don't want to hit a lot of grand slams, otherwise you're shit. Who would have thunk it, right? As the 1-1 pitch to Suzak is fouled out of play. And it's 1-2, a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. This is looking like it's Civale's final inning here for the Athletics. Can Suzak make them pay? Suzak's not been very good since the Giants traded Patrick Bailey. As the 1-2 pitch to Suzak is, what the fuck are you doing, mate? That fastball was closer to the moon than it was to the batter's box as he strikes out. Honestly, what the heck was that swing? That was I don't give a fuck what pitch it is. I'm swinging no matter what it is. Even Bailey would have produced a better at bat than that. As Insane says, this guy might be becoming Patrick Bailey's twin. Insane. Bailey would have had a more competitive at bat than that. Yeah, Scott. I mean, it shouldn't have been bases loaded anyway. So you are right. The baseball gods have spoken. As I'm just going to refill my drink and I'll be back in about 20 seconds because it's so hot. I have to stay hydrated. But be back in 20. All right, we're back. Apologies. Gotta stay hydrated in this stupid temperature. So the Giants then leave the bases loaded. Suzak like a clown. Zim Zim, guys, spam the clown emote for Suzak there. As Zim Zim says, you need to swear like this more. It suits you, not gonna lie. Zim Zim, I can only swear when I get pissed off though. No point swearing for the point of swearing. I will when they piss me off, but I'm not constantly swearing, you know. I do want younger people to watch these streams as well. And if they don't like swearing, then I try to limit the swearing, but it's not a no swearing show. There will be swearing. And that's why it's not made for kids. If you check the I don't know if it tells you that in the description, but when I go live, I do select not made for kids because of that, as that picture's fouled off in its own too, and of course also because the content isn't aimed at kids as well. Spencer, we allergic to situational hitting. What is this team not allergic to? That's good. As Jonah Cox has came into the game, Jonah Cox has gone to centre field, and Gilbert has gone to left field. As there's a ground ball back at the middle, Arise going to his right will throw it to out number one. I may say throw it to out number one to first base for out number one. As Zimzim says, Arise out of the game. Is that true? Ah, yes, you're right. I thought Schmidt came out of the game, but that play was Schmidt. Yes, thank you, Zimzim, for clarifying that. And Insane. Um, as there's a ground ball to Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman will fire it across the diamond for the second out. So 2 outs here. So Schmidt has moved to second, Cox has gone to centre field, and Gilbert to left field. They're the updates. As a Kevin's like, let's hear a cuss word for the English World Cup team. Oh, Kevin, that was annoying. Today, we played like fucking shit, and Harry Kane missed an absolute sitter because he's fucking wank. There you go, Kevin. So here is Max Muncy. Max Muncy takes a ball on the outside corner, and it's 1-0. Insane says, imagine if Arise got traded. Could you imagine? Wouldn't shock me, as the 1-0 pitch is low. I think it's just because of him dealing with the injury from the first inning. It must be nagging him. He looked in a lot of pain. So that's that's why he came out of the game probably. As yes, you're welcome, Kevin. Scott, Arise foul off a pitch, off his foot, that kind of ankle in the bottom of the first. So that's why he went on his knee straight away. As it's 2-1 here to Muncy, and was in a lot of pain. The trainer and Vitello came out as a 2-1 pitch is inside, and it's 3-1. But Kevin, what did you make of the England performance? I thought it was an absolute fucking disappointment. But look, as there is a ball four, so another 2-out walk for Robbie Ray. He's getting into a habit of a lot of that, and that brings up the top of the lineup and Jeff McNeil. And one of these times they're going to hit a 2-run home run, and you're going to go, "Oh shit! Why did I make that? Why did I walk that batter?" Yep, Kevin, it was a snooze fest today. Now, I still had fun because I was drinking for a little bit, but it was a snooze fest today. As Jeff McNeil takes outside, and it's 1-0. Kevin, I still think we're going to win the World Cup. Now, maybe I may just say, young English fan that's off his head. As Scott, where is Ray's pitch count? He's at 71 pitches. As the 1-0 pitch to Jeff McNeil is crushed to right field. Lee going back in triple Zally will make the catch for out number 3. So Ray, 72 pitches through 5 innings. He'll look to go through 5 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Cox, Eldridge, and Schmidt will lead off or be due up for the Giants. No, he does love his 2-out walks. But Kevin, I'm just a young delusional England fan. But I genuinely believe we're still going to win the World Cup. Just because Spain drew with Cape Verde. These results happen in the group stage. Yeah, insane. I thought that could have been a double in the gap. He did hit that one hard by the look of it. but Lee was able to track it down. I don't know if he's got a lack of pop, but it's probably just with age. He's always been that contact hitter over that power hitter. As Scott says, Garner played some tight dick. Yeah, Scott. Sometimes you got to give credit to Ghana. They played a great game. They played that game like it was they were fighting for their lives to get through to the knockout rounds. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. You tip your cap, you say fair play, on to the next one, and that's what the English are going to do. I was hoping, actually, Spencer won't like this because he's a Liverpool fan, but I was hoping we did an Arsenal fan, and we fluked our way with a set piece to a 1-0 win. There, where set pieces are kind of important. You just nick a goal, then Ghana have to come out and attack, and then you get another one and you kill the game off. It wasn't to be. Our crossing today was not very good. Is what it is. As a 4-3 Diamondbacks final over the Cardinals. Red Sox 5-2 final over the Rockies. So if the Giants win today, they will clear the gap between them and the Rockies. Angels up 5-0 over the Orioles. Ouch for Baltimore. Braves 5, Padres 5 in the bottom of the fourth. Every Padres game right now feels like it's a high-scoring affair. As here's Matt Crook making his second appearance as Cox goes to bunt, and he fouls that one out of play, and it's 0-1. Crook, a left-handed pitcher. Actually, he was going to come in to face the lefty Luis Ariz, the lefty Bryce Eldridge. But because Ariz left the game, he's actually facing a righty in Jonah Cox, as Jonah Cox takes low, and it's 1-1. Jonah Cox is batting 400. It's amazing. As the 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. As Kevin says, Panama is up next. They aren't rolling over either. Kevin, that's probably right, but I just think it'll go different against Panama. There'll be a bit more urgency from England because if they win, then they win the group. But if they don't, then who knows where they finish? As it's 2-2 here to Jonah Cox. But these teams that play a low block, it's never easy. As Scott says, let's go Padres. As you want your Phillies to win that division. As a 2-2 pitch to Jonah Cox is fouled out of play again, and it remained 2-2. Actually, Scott, I'm trying to I was messing around before the stream. I wanted to put the standings on the bottom of the stream, so you guys can have a look at the standings. But I didn't like the way it looked, so I've stuck with the original overlay. As Jonah Cox goes down swinging for out number 1. Zim Zim, US is coming out of this group stage with 9 points. We will see, Zim Zim. If you do, fair play to the USA. We'll see what you guys do, though, when it really matters in the big moments. As the 0-0 pitch to Bryce Eldridge is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Insane says USA is going to the quarterfinals for sure. It all depends who you play, Insane. As the 0-1 pitch to Eldridge is a called strike, and it's 0-2 on the inside corner. Insane. I think Bosnia and Herzegovina are your most likely opponents. I'll put that at 50-50. I think that could go either way. Bosnia are not to be underestimated, as Eldridge goes down on strikeouts for the second time today. As Eldridge not looking pretty today, as maybe he's going to go through a slump. It was eventually coming, but maybe that slump has arrived. As Scott says, I think standings might be a little bit too much on the bottom line. I just stick with scores. Scott, if that's what you think, I use the audience all the time to gauge. It's your guys' show as much as it's mine. As Schmidt with a line drive up the middle for a base hit. That one is going to be a single for Casey Schmidt as Bolte cuts it off. As Scott, if that's what you think, that's what I'll do. As Insane says, 50-50, the disrespect coming from a team that just tried to garner lol. Well, Insane, I'm not being funny. Ghana are way better than anyone in USA's group. As here's Raffy Devers. Devers takes a called strike and its own one. I would pick Ghana over the USA easily. They're way better than the United States. As Spencer says, coming from a limey, that's a bit rich. All right, Spencer. We may have been choking for 60 years as Devers fouls that pitch off. As Schmidt actually attempted a stolen base, but he will have to go back to first because Devers fouled the pitch off. Who do you know? Do you guys know who you're going to get in the round of 16? If it's Canada, I would pick you guys over Canada. As the 0-2 pitch to Devers is fouled out of play, and it remains 0-2. But no, Bosnia, it's a 50-50, guys. You guys, maybe I'm underrating the USA, but I don't view the USA as an amazing team. Insane says Egypt. As the 0-2 pitch, it's not going to happen because there's a pickup attempt there and Schmidt is back safely. I would, Egypt again is 50-50 as well. As Zimzim says, Geloff has a right hand laceration and contusion as Devers fouls it off again. And it remains 0-2. The A's announced. If that means there's no fracture, that's a massive relief for the A's. I agree. Zimzim, that would be a massive relief. As Scott says, oh my God, did Liam just say Ghana is better than the USA? Definitely trolling now. What is wrong with Liam's brain? Zimzim says, I genuinely believe Ghana are better. As it's 0-2. Maybe I'm just an English idiot. As the 0-2 pitch is popped up by Devers. This one should be playable for Langoliers. Kurz is actually going to make the catch. Devers with another shit at bat. He can't get it out of the infield. We go to the top of the 6th. And 2-1 Giants still. Insane says, Spencer, when you say Brentford fan, I just ignore it, Spencer. As Insane says, we didn't even have our best player last game and we still dominated Australia. I mean, Insane. It was an own goal and then a deflected shot that looped up for your guys. They weren't great goals. They were just lucky goals, really. But I will happily be proving wrong. But that's fine. Pulisic isn't even that good a player. You guys make him out like he's a good player. He wouldn't get in any. He wouldn't even get in the England squad, let alone the England starting 11. He wouldn't get in the whole team. As Juice says, Devils shit the bed like everyone expected. Is that the New Jersey Devils, Juice, are you talking about? As Zimzim says, so many good NHL trades today. I saw Zimzim really busy in the NHL today. Insane says Pulisic has only played one half this World Cup and we still dominated. Yeah, he is your best player. I'm just saying he would never get get in the England team. Zimzim thinks I'm trolling. Insane says that's funny coming from a team that scored 0 goals today. Guys, we would beat Australia 5-0. We would beat Paraguay 7-0. You're just guys, Ghana parked the bus. You guys wouldn't have even got a shot against Ghana. No, okay, I'm joking about that. But you guys would have struggled against Ghana too. As his own one here to Nick Kurtz, the batter. Kurtz is 0 for 2 today. That's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. As the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt and it's 1-1. I think you guys are overrating yourself based on playing two of the worst teams in the tournament. I've always said if you play well against Turkey, then I'll take you guys serious. As the 1-1 pitch to Kurtz is outside and it's 2-1. But guys, when I listen to Colin Coward on Fox say we can compete with Germany, England, France, Spain. Look at what we did in the in a friendly against Germany. As there's a cool strike at the knees and it's 2-2. Does Colin Coward not get it's a friendly? All Germany are focused on is not getting injuries and getting match fit. I don't care if you drew to Germany in a friendly. It doesn't get. It's like spring training game. It's like saying the Giants beat the Dodgers in spring training. That means they're really good. As Kurtz goes down swinging on a hanging curveball there by Ray. So look, you guys can prove me wrong. Feel free, but I'm just saying, don't get carried away. Although you're allowed to get carried away, like I'm getting carried away with England, saying they're going to win it. As Langoliers pops this one up, Devers going back. Schmidt goes back as well. Schmidt will make the catch on the outfield grass. I know, Scott. I think they're going to rest players as well, which is a shame. You know what's amazing? I think Turkey are the best team in that group, but they're going to finish last. As all you guys say, Colin Coward's a clown. Yeah, I mean, no, Simpson. USA do look really good. As there's a foul ball by Soderstrom, but you say Balogun's insane. Balogun plays for the USA, even though he's English, because he knows he wouldn't even sniff the English team. As the 0-1 pitch to Soderstrom's fouled off, Balogun wouldn't even get anywhere near. Balogun's not even a Premier League level player. So it's 0-2 here to Soderstrom. Robbie Ray's at 80 pitches so far. Zim, your uncle's going to the US Turkey game. As you call it a scrimmage. Insane says this is like talking to a Dallas Cowboys fan. Uh, he got offered it. No, he didn't, Zim. As the 1-2 pitch is low and outside, and it's 2-2. You're talking, well, yeah, if you're talking about under 18, Zim, what's under 18s? So 2-2 pitch to Soderstrom by Ray. There's a line drive. That one's going to be a base hit to left field. Gilbert's going to collect the ball, and it'll be a 2-out single for Soderstrom. A lot of 2-out base runners for the A's today. I'm such a weird soccer fan. I'm just telling the truth, guys. Right now, I'm battling it against all you Americans saying, oh, this is what they're saying over here about the American team. Guys, the MLS is like League Two English football standard. As there's a weak ground ball, this one should end the inning. As Adamas throws it over to Casey Schmidt, a second for the force out. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 2-1 Giants still. And Lee Adamson Chapman, will be up. McKennie and Dess, they're okay players. They wouldn't get close to the England team either, but they're okay players. Look, in the future, I see the United States winning a World Cup. In 30 years, you will be like a Spain, England, Brazil, Argentina. You will be like them teams in 30 years as a result of this current World Cup. Right now, you're like 2 tiers below the top teams. On your day, you may be able to get a draw with Germany. If you play to your best and Germany is slightly off it. But Haron agrees with me. Well, thank you, Haron. Juice definitely looking for an insurance run. Please, cannot go to the Giants bullpen with a 1-run lead. You can put L right there. No, Zimzim, I hope you prove me wrong. But Zimzim, you're saying Des had an impressive dribbling last game. It's against Australia. My nan could dribble against Australia. We'll see. Well, that's a great thing. We'll find out here in a couple of weeks. The knockout round starts on Sunday. If you are, prove me wrong. As I said, Pulisic and Chris Richards, your centre back, and McKennie are probably your 3 players that would get into Premier League teams. The rest of them, Championship level. Maybe Balogun is a fringe Premier League player. As Lee takes a strike, Crook's going to stay in the game here. The one thing I will say is the Americans have got an excellent manager. That's why I think you guys could go far, because of your manager. As that pitch is low and in the dirt and it's 1-1. Wilson says they should have benched Devers for this game. Wilson, that's what I've been saying. He's over 3 anyway. His bat's not been good enough. I absolutely would have benched Raffy Devers as the 1-1 pitch to Lee is fouled out. Send a message. I want this organisation to have some balls and rest your best player. Oh, sorry, not rest your best player. Bench your best player for a game or 2 games and go, that's unacceptable. You can't show up this franchise like that. As the 1-2 pitch to Lee is outside and it's 2-2. Insane says Liam's just a hater. I don't hate the American team. I prefer you guys to a lot of other nations. I just think you're overhyped. It's a full count here to Jung Hoo Lee. Exactly, Haron. As the 3-2 pitch, Jung Hoo Lee is outside and low. It'll be a lead-off walk for the hooligan. We will see what he can do. As Wilson says, 6 times champions of Europe. But you're not as good as the mighty Brentford, Wilson. As Scott says, home field advantage may be a wild card for the USA. It should be a wild card, Scott. It can also be a downfall if it's a close game and they get nervous. Sometimes that nervous energy rubs off on the players. But in general, that should be that should be an advantage. Spencer, you don't believe in it, me? As Spencer says, they don't have any. They showed that when Bear got caught beating his wife on camera and was that. Yep, Spencer. As Lee goes, Lee is gonna steal second base as that one gets in the outfield. Oh no. What's happened to Jung-Woo Lee here? His helmets came flying off as he's laying on second base. He's got a head injury here. No, no, no. Don't let Jung-Woo Lee be injured. Jung-Woo Lee is one of my favourite players. He's holding like his chin, his neck. Hopefully it's the chin. Azimzim, USA quarterfinals, book it. Your path may be good enough that you could get there. We will see. Right now, let's hope Jung-Hoo Lee's okay. Wilson says, is there many A's fans of this game on TV? Are they showing any? Wilson, I think there's quite a considerable amount of A's fans, actually. I think there's quite a lot of them. Maybe 70, 65, 35, maybe, Wilson. Obviously, lots still live in Oakland, so this is the closest game. They can come and watch their team. Let's hope Lee's okay. Zimzim says the neck. Yeah, I thought it may be the neck. I think Lee's going to come out this game. So that would be your 2 best elbow. Juice just put elbow. That's why I said it. Your 2 best batting average players may have to come out of the game here. As Juice says, elbow to the chin. We will see on the replay. Did they show a replay and I weren't looking? As Zimzim saying, you see you next Tuesday. Here's a replay. Don't know if it was an elbow. It was kind of a like a that. It was like that. As my magic powers just made that go off then. Zimzim, you don't like him. Lisa, that's what Jungle Lee's doing right now. So it's his jaw that he's feeling it a little bit, but he's staying in there. And he did steal the base, and that's what we like to see. More stolen bases, please. As Adamas swings and misses, and it's 1-1. Yep, staying in. If it's just the jaw, he should be fine. You can play for a jaw injury. So 1-1 to Willie Adamas here as he takes low. That ball did get away by Langolese, but Lee will remain at second base. Yeah, Zimzim, what a swing that was by their amazing shortstop. Look, just a productive out here is all we need. As a 2-1 pitch is a line drive, that one hops in front of the third baseman. Muncie will fire it over to Kurtz for out number 1. Adamas hit that one well, but it will go down as an unproductive out. And we're going to get a mound visit here. And probably a pitching change here for the A's. We will see, though. As they're probably going to take out the lefty with Matt Chapman coming up. That was a nice play by Max Muncy. That wasn't even an easy hop either. So, as Insane says, I agree. Nice play by Muncy. We are getting a pitching change here. So, Crook will exit the game. Can the Giants add on here? We will see. As everyone watching, feel free to hit the like, sub. Anyone got any bets on this game? Hopefully, you have bets on the Giants because normally we win bets here on Jolly Good Takes. Yes, Juice, we have got a pitching change here. Mason Barnett or Barnett will come into the game. He's 1-0 with an 0.71 ERA in 12 and 2/3 innings this season. So pretty good. He will come in to face Matt Chapman and Drew Gilbert. Wilson with no bets today. Wilson, I don't think you were in here last night for when Zimzim said, but Zimzim won 26 grand yesterday in the World Cup game. Incredible for you, Zimzim. Did you sleep? I mean, I wouldn't sleep if I won 26,000. My heart rate would be going. I'd be thinking, bloody hell. I know Wilson. Apparently, he had a grand on Haaland, Mbappe, and Messi all to score 2 goals. He did send me the screenshot as well. So that's an unbelievable bet. If you want gambling advice, don't follow Zimzim though. Follow the people Zimzim follows. You didn't sleep great, yeah? Well, you either sleep like a baby, you can go to bed happy, or you're so upbeat that you get none. As here's Matt Chapman then. Matt Chapman will take high, and it's 1-0. Yeah, Zimzim, don't come up with it yourself. I actually was thinking about betting on Ronaldo not to score a goal in the tournament. Good thing I didn't, because he scored 2 today. As the 1-0 pitch here to Matt Chapman is a called strike, and it's 1-1. Your watch was yelling, Zimzim. 95. So 1-1 to Matt Chapman. Barnett fires, and that ball is fouled off. insane. Just shut up. If Zim Zim wants to put all his chips on the table, how about he bets 10,000 on USA getting to the quarterfinal? Although he did say he was done betting on the World Cup. But if you want to put your balls on the table, Zim Zim, as the 1-2 pitch to Matt Chapman is close pitch inside. We're going to get a challenge here. I could not tell. If it stands as call confirmed, it's going to be 2-2. If it's overturned, it's going to be 2-3, 1-3, and it's a ball. So it will remain at 2-2 there. Very close pitch. Less than 0.1 of an inch. Zim Zim, yeah, my balls are fine inside my undies that Gooey doesn't have. Yep. That was so close. So Chapman then caught a break there. I guarantee he swings at this pitch. When you see it that close, they always swing, as he does, although he should have swung at that pitch because it was a hanging sweeper. As Insane says he's just messing. I know, Insane, I know. No, I think look, I think there's only 4 teams that can win the World Cup. As it's 2-2 here to Matt Chapman. Barnett fires, Chapman fouls it down the right field line, out of play. Pretty good swing on that one. But it'll be 2-2 still. Yeah, I think Spain, France, Argentina, and England are the only teams that can actually win the tournament. Colombia just scored 1-0 over Dominican Republic of Congo. As a 2-2 pitch to Chapman is a foul ball. Chapman got lucky there. He checked his swing. It would have been a strike, but it hit his bat and went out of play for a foul ball. Lucky Matt Chapman. So it's 2-2. Lee is the runner at second. Barnett looks over to second. Now in the windup, fires. There's a cool strike 3. Chapman's going to challenge it, but that's going to be a strikeout. That caught a bit at the top of the zone. What a twat, Chapman. So Chapman's gone on strikeouts. Can I help you? No, just fucking looking because you're fucking shit. I shouldn't say that. Chapman's actually been pretty good. So it will be 2-1. Spencer says they hold on. That would put them 2 points clear of Portugal. Yes, Spencer, but they do play Portugal in the final game. So that'll be interesting. So both teams lose a challenge in that at bat. As Juice and Spencer with the Crapman. And they do intentionally walk Drew Gilbert to bring up Suzak. That's Patrick Bailey level BS. They're like, Suzak's terrible, and he's looked terrible today with his swings. As he takes a called strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. You know what? What do you guys think about this? I'll say it after this next pitch. But I want to hear your guys' opinion. As the 0-1 pitch to Suzak is a foul ball, and it's 0-2. He's going to strike out. Do you think the Giants trading Patrick Bailey has made Suzak relax because he doesn't have to compete to be the starting catcher, and that's why he's gone to crap? What do you guys think? Has the Bailey trade put too much relaxation into Daniel Suzak, and is that why he's struggling? As the 0-2 pitch here to Suzak is fouled out of play. That was a sweeper right down the middle. And it remains 0-2. That's what I think. Competition is one of the best things you can have in sport. If a guy's always pushing you, now Suzak, he may have lost that competitive edge that he had at the beginning of the year. Now that he knows it's his job for the time being. As the 0-2 pitch to Suzak is high, and it's 1-2. He didn't swing. Who won Giants here? I tell you, Suzak almost did swing at that high fastball. I mean, we already saw him swing at a fastball that was above the umpire's head earlier with the bases loaded. As he takes low and it's 2-2. A lot more chase out the zone by Suzak than we were seeing earlier on. As Spence says, Congo doesn't even have a shot on goal, really. So 2-2 here to Suzak. Barnett fires. There's a swing and a miss. A curveball in the dirt. Zim. He's got a great eye, right? So the Giants don't score after the leadoff walk for Jung-Hoo Lee and after he stole second base. Insane. He's been like this for a while. He's been chasing out the zone so much more. Juice, remove the word may. It will come back to bite them. Absolutely will come back to bite them. No doubt about it. This bullpen will not hold on to a one-run lead. You've got to add on. Can they? No. Robert, what's up? Welcome to Jolly Good Takes. Appreciate the kind comment and thank you for saying it's a great stream. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe and hit a like button. It helps out the channel massively. Where are you from, Robert? You're a Giants fan? As Insane says, Suzak is playing just like England today. Insane, stop with the shots. That's enough now. Insane and Spencer. Robert, you are a Giants fan. I apologise for how bad the Giants are this year, but welcome to Jolly Good Takes. Welcome to our growing community. What was your opinion, Robert, on the Giants not benching Raffy Devers today? I'd love to hear your opinion. As Bay Area, yes, you know Eric and Glenn. All right, Robert. Yeah, I go on their show sometimes. I don't know if you've seen me, but I've known Eric since he started doing Giants coverage. So that's that's why I go on their show because I've been going on their show for years. But that's great that you know Eric and Glenn, and we'll see what they have to say about today's Giants game. Hopefully, the Giants hang on to win. But with this bullpen down one, Ray's still in. That's good for now, as Ray's trying to get through 7 strong innings here. As his 0-1 pitch to Meneses is a ground ball to Adames. Adames is going to set himself fire. It's a wide throw, but Devers makes a nice play there as he gets the tag on Meneses, and that'll be out number 1. So Adames with a wide throw, we've seen that too many times this season. But luckily, that's where you're going to miss it, right? If you're going to miss it, you've got to miss it on that to the right of first base. If you're looking at it at Adames, the home plate side, that's where you've got to miss it because it gives your guy a chance. As there's a nice backhand pick by Adames. His throw one hops to Devers as Devers scoops it out for out number 2. That was a good play on both ends for the second out. Insane is making you eat those comments. But he did make up for it there. Nice play. So Rob, if you're still in there, by the way, Rob or Robert, however you want me to call you, how did you find it? Did you find me through Eric and Glenn, or did I just pop up for you? I'd love to know. As it's 1-0 here to Thomas. Thomas, the right fielder. Oh no, insane. One play doesn't change the season he's had. Absolutely. As the 1-0 pitch here to Thomas is a called strike. Ray looking to get through 7 strong innings as the 1-1 pitch is fouled out and it's 1-2. Robert says, my take is it's a clubhouse issue, player coach type thing. Yeah, this Giants, no, I agree with you, Robert. This Giants clubhouse, God knows what's going on behind the scenes. As that ball is popped up, could be playable for Devers. Devers moving over will make the catch. Robbie Ray then did increase his trade value. As Bob says, nice play. It was a nice play. I don't think Tony Vitello has the respect of the locker room, right, Rob? And I think lots of these players that made their money, they don't really care. Yes, Spencer, it's time for the 7th inning stretch here on Jolly Good Takes, as we do have the music. And it's my chance for a toilet break, since we do go for 3 hours pretty much every day. But we'll see you on the other side as the Giants are trying to add on to this 2-1 lead. 7-minute stretch here. Play the music, baby. Really, Pizza? All right, apologies to cut it off there, but I don't want to miss any action as it's 1-0 here to Jonah Cox. As Insane says, we better not blow this game in the 9th again. We'll see, Insane. We better not. As Bob says, what is the game tomorrow? Bob, tomorrow, as the 1-0 pitch to Cox is swing and fouled off, and it's 1-1. It's 6:40, as Haron says, or 6:45 game time. We'll be live at 6:40. And it's Gage Jump, who's 3-1 with a 2.37 ERA against Tyler Marley. Bob, as the 1-1 pitch by Cox is fouled out of play. As Robert, I saw your message. Yes, you followed me through Eric and Glenn by your advertisement. All right, Robert, that's I appreciate you letting me know. Was that the Christmas advertisement? When I said I may be having exams, but do not miss an episode of Giant Sports Talk Live. As there's a swing and a miss by Jonah Cox. He goes down on strikeouts. By the way, Robert and guys, this week we will be doing a Giants watch along with Eric. So look out for that one. We'll see when I haven't got that confirmed of which day it will be, but we will be doing a Liam Jolly Good Takes and Eric Giant Sports Talk Live collab as Bryce Eldridge is ahead 1-0. Eldridge 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. As the 1-0 pitch to Eldridge is fouled off his foot, and it's 1-1. Robert's going to the game on Saturday. All right. That should hopefully be a good game against the Braves, Robert. We'll see who pitches for the Giants. That could be Logan Webb. maybe. So that'd be pretty nice. Now the Giants have actually won 2 out of 2 games as Eldridge takes down and in, and it's 2-1 against the Braves this season. Yeah, it is Webb. There you go. Yeah, Wilson, it is nice. I did a watch along with Eric when they played in Coors Field. Um, because Eric's great with me. As that 2-1 pitch to Eldridge is a called strike. Have a challenge. Good challenge, Bryce. You're going to be successful. It's going to be 3-1 here, as that pitch is going to get overturned. Yeah, Zim Zim collab tomorrow. We will see. It could be very much could be tomorrow, but it will definitely be soon. It's only if Eric can do tomorrow. I don't know yet. Bob, who is Eric? Where is he from? As the 3-1 pitch to Bryce Eldridge is a swing and a miss, a slider below the zone, and it's 3-2. Eric, he's a guy from a YouTube channel called Giant Sports Talk Live, Bob. He does post games for every Giants game. That's why I don't do a post game show. I leave them guys to do it. As Eldridge then will get a walk here. Good to see from Bryce. Even if the bat, if you're not getting hits, get on base via the walk. He lives in Gulf, California. Does he, Huron? As no, Robert, enjoy Logan Webb. He's been a lot better since coming off that injury. As Zim Zim with your swing and a miss. As Casey Schmidt drives onto left field, that's going to get down for a base hit. Soderstrom collects the ball. It's going to be runners at first and second here. As the young guys then are both reached base, and that will set it up for the meat of the lineup and the overpaid contracts. We'll see what they can do. Zim Zim, you're walking here. Casey's walk-up is so good. As we're going to get a pitching change here for the Athletics. Bob, tomorrow might be a bad game. Marley's, but yeah, Bob, we'll see. We'll see what he's like coming off the injury. Webb was a lot better. I don't have high expectations for Marley, but we will see. Rob, do you go get do you sorry there. I'm stuttering my words there. Rob, do you go to games often? Or do you go occasionally? And do you live in San Francisco? Juice says it's Devil Bobblehead Day on Saturday. Is that right, Juice? Is that meant to be Devers? Are we calling Devers Devil, Juice? Is that what we're getting at? Zim Zim, did you actually give Bob a 10-second timeout? Because his message did disappear. Now I know his messages sometimes disappear naturally, but I don't think you can only give 10-second timeouts. Bob, if you're alive, leave a message. Is that right, Zim Zim? 7 straight multi-hit games for Schmidt. He's been this team's best hitter. By the way, I saw someone earlier put, did I see the Casey Schmidt interview on Dan's channel? Yes, I did. I did see that. So, 1 out. Giants need to add on. Bob's alive. You're alive, Bob. Good to see you, Bob. Who is pitching for the A's? Gage Jump, their number 2 prospect in their farm system. He's a very good young pitcher. I suggested if the Giants are going to trade Webb, I would trade Webb to the A's for Gage Jump and Arnold, their first round pick from last year. Zim Zim, at least Bob is back now. That's all that matters. As here's Raffy Devers. And what you got for us, Raffy? Anything? As the 0 pitch is a close pitch, called a ball. It was a ball, and it's 1-0. Don't be a twat. Yeah, insane. What is Bob's thoughts on Zim Zim? As it's 1-0 here to Devers. Suarez is the new pitcher. There's a swing and a miss and a slider. He can't hit the fastball. Now he's swinging and missing at sliders. So, to sum up the Giants for you guys, as the 1-1 pitch to Devers is outside and it's 2-1. This is what time this is what kind of team the Giants are. Their most played player is an idiot. How does he respond? 0 for 3. As it's 2-1 here to Devers. Devers hits a line drive out the middle. Base hit. Well, I've been proven wrong. Are they going to send Bryce Eldridge? They do. Bryce Eldridge is safe as a close play there at home plate. Giants then extend the lead 3-1 as Devers with an RBI single. Well, I've always said I loved Raffy Devers. No, he still has to do a lot more. But look, he came through there with a single. So 3-1. I'm surprised they actually sent Bryce Eldridge there. He is one of the slowest runners in baseball. But Gary Pettis with an aggressive send and a good send. And he is safe after the replay. Well, no idea what Hector Borg would have done there. But all I know is Gary Pettis with a good call there. There you go, Raffy. Oh, yeah. Is that? Oh, yeah. Juice, that's stupid. As Lee takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. I know they have no challenges left, but sometimes they ask the umpires to review it themselves, and they do. But that was definitely a foul ball, not a hit by pitch. They shouldn't lose the challenge for that. They should. The New York should just say, as Lee hits a weak ground ball to the first baseman, Kurtz is going to flip it to Suarez. The runners do move up, but 2 outs now. No, I feel like they're like not enough evidence, we can't conclusively say that it's definitely only hit the bat, then you should just keep the challenge. No point making them lose it if it's too close and you just stick with the original decision. Or just give teams 2 challenges as we're getting a mound visit here. I don't get this whole you only get 1 challenge. Do you want to get the game right or not? Give each team 2 challenges. At the end of the day, replay is in there to get things right. If someone loses a challenge and they can't challenge anything again, you've limited them and the replay then can't get involved to get it right. It's a bit stupid, in my opinion. As Zimzim says, Ray should have the 8th considering the lead. Pitch count, how he's pitched today, and how shit our bullpen is. As yeah, but Juice and Zimzim agree. We will see. I think he's less than 90 pitches though, so could do. As here's Willie Adames then. Suarez, he's waiting for the very last second to throw this pitch, and he throws it low, and it's 1-0. Yeah, I knew Juice meant top of the 8th though. As Bob says, that was close. Caleb Killian is coming in right. I haven't been looking, Bob, so I can't see who's coming in. As the 1-0 pitch to Adames is inside and it's 2-0. If they haven't showed the bullpen, that would make me think that maybe Robbie Ray is coming back out. But still, I'd still have someone up warming in the bullpen just in case Robbie Ray gives up a lead-off base runner. So 2-0 here to Willie Adames. Can Adames put a good swing on one? He no. He just pops it up. Wilson and McNeil going back, but McNeil's going to be called off by Bolte. Ugh, we go to the top of the 8th. At least one expensive at-bat came through, but Adames couldn't. So 3-1 Giants. As Bryce Eldridge scored the run after he walked. Is 1 insurance run going to be enough? I don't know. So 3-1 Giants. It's a close game. Giants got one. It's okay. I'm left needing more, but it's um, it's okay. Wilson, who's coming in? As soon as I know, I will let you know. I'm not seeing anything yet, but as soon as it updates, I will get that to you. Insane, saying Spencer, I have a bad fit. Yeah, well, we may get another epic breakdown if the Giants blow this. I mean, really, I shouldn't be screaming when they're 15 games under, but I I I'm gonna do a 3-hour live stream here watching this team. I'm gonna get mad if I wasted 3 hours. Although I've never wasted 3 hours talking to all you guys, but you get the point. It'll be Max Muncy, Jeff McNeil, and Nick Kurtz due up. That could be a reason you leave Robbie Ray in the game because Nick Kurtz is coming up and Jeff McNeil, both lefties. As Robbie Ray then, Wilson, is staying in the game. There you go. Ray at 91 pitches. As Spencer says, 2 and 98 with runner in scoring position. I think you mistyped because you corrected it to 2 and 9. They might as well be 2 for 98, Spencer, this week. So Ray's staying in the game then. Can he get through 8 innings and do a Logan Webb? No, Juice, I agree. Keep Ray on a very, very short leash. Yeah, one base runner, you're out. As it is 0-2 here. As Muncy swings and misses at a high fastball. No, it does, Spencer. It definitely does feel like it. So 0-2. Ray, he's got Muncy, and then he's got 2 lefties in McNeil and Kurtz. As he's trying to get through 8 strong innings. As there's a close pitch, just misses on the outside corner. And it's 1-2. Bob, I'm putting Caleb Killer Killian in the 9th. You may have to, Bob. We've not got many options, so you're probably right. As the 1-2 pitch is fouled out of play. And it's 1-2. As Zim Zim, I knew what Bob meant. It just auto corrected. As yes, Zim Zim, I used your phrase. As the 1-2 pitch is high, and it's 2-2. There you go. No, Spencer, that weren't a good 2-1 pitch. Or 1-2 pitch, sorry. Bob, there you go. That spelling was correct. As the 2-2 pitch then, to Max Muncy is a high fly ball to right field. Lee, let's hope he doesn't drop this one as he hangs on to make the catch. And there's one down here. Yes, that was a fly out. So Ray, he's got 2 lefties to get through 8 innings, giving up no earned runs. As the 1 run the A's scored was as a result of a Jung-Hoo Lee E9. Yes, a Jung-Hoo Lee E9, because he dropped a simple catchable ball in right field. As the 0 pitch is a line drive over the middle by McNeil. Cox coming in. Cox is going to make the catch at his chest. So 2 quick outs. That ball was hit pretty hard. The second time by McNeil today that he's hit a ball hard. That one at 101.5 miles an hour. Ray then is 1 out away from getting through 8 innings. And I can't complain about this pitching performance by Ray. If anything, it increases trade value. As the 0-0 pitch is a foul tip into Suzak's glove and its own one. Zim Zim, yes he did. Against the Arizona Diamondbacks, Robbie Ray in Arizona had a complete game last year. You are correct. Bob, we should have got Jensen as a closer. Kenley Jansen. Or Jansen. As the 0-1 pitch to Nick Kurtz is a swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Yeah, insane. This is great for the Giants at this point. This is what you got to hope for, right? Being 15 games under. Ray's finally got his head out his arse and started pitching well again. As the 0-2 pitch is low and it's 1-2, a slider there to Nick Kurtz. Nick Kurtz has struggled today against Robbie Ray. Ah, yes, Scott, you're not wrong. As the 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss on a slider by Nick Kurtz. He goes down on strikes. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Well, I tell you, Robbie Ray with an amazing outing. Round of applause in the chat because Robbie Ray has been excellent tonight. So he did follow his good start against Atlanta, where he pitched 7 innings, I believe, in Atlanta, gave up no runs. 8 innings here, only 1 run, but that was unearned. So great outing for Robbie Ray. Increases trade value. Yeah, as Zimzim put trade value, it's going up, up, up. It's going up, up, up inside the morning. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's going up, baby. Get us that good prospect. Yeah, Scott, nice grunting from yeah. Apparently, if you sit on the infield seats, you can proper hear that grunting. I mean, when you listen into it, you can proper hear it as well. As Bob says, I wonder, did they give up? Warm Caleb Killian. Sorry, Bob. Did they warm Caleb Killian up? They should do now. Zim Zim, I will. Spencer, that's some lame song you guys sing at Brentford. No, Spencer. It's I'm gonna get it wrong. It's K-pop Demon Hunters, I think. I think that's it. As Wilson says, they'll now think Ray is actually worth hanging on to. If they do that, Wilson, then they truly are the dumbest organization in all of baseball. As Insane says, watch them bring in Walker. They bring in Water, they are absolute clowns. Wilson and Insane, your two comments together. If either of those happen, then they are clowns. As Juice says, 2 up in the bullpen, Bob. We will see who they bring in. Zim Zim, where I usually sit, he's loud. Yep, I've heard. As Bob says, do we play the Braves? Yes, we do. This weekend. And yeah, Zim Zim, it's golden by K-pop Demon Hunters. Bob, did you see that the Giants and Diamondbacks have a doubleheader in August? Yes. I believe the game got moved from August 30th to August 29th. As Chapman then takes a called strike and it's 0-2. Yes, Bob, they moved the game up a day to give them the off day, but so they can fly to Atlanta to play the game on the 31st. That's that. That's why they did that, Bob. As the 0-2 pitch to Chapman is a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Terrible swing there. And that will be the first out of the inning. Spencer says they will probably think they're still in it despite being behind 8 teams and 5 games are over 500 or under. I don't get your second bit there, Spencer, of your comment. But they definitely will probably still think they're in it, even if they're behind 8 teams. Oh, it was a that was a great series swing, Zim Zim, as Gilbert is ahead 1-0. Yeah, there you go. Second longest outing with the Giants. He had a complete game on July the 3rd last year against the Diamondbacks. Ah, Spencer, 5 teams are over 500. All right. That's no reason to go and make a trade. Yes, Zim Zim Lee is so sorry, yes. Hey, I'm impressed. I remembered it was against the Diamondbacks that Robbie Ray had his complete game. Now that is the day after my birthday, so that may be why. As the 1-1 pitch to Gilbert is outside, and it's 2-1. Yeah, Juice, I would think Ray's done, and if you're confirming it, it looked like he was done to me in the dugout. So I would expect Caleb Killian to come in, unless the Giants score a few. Yes, Zim Zim, yes. By the way, I am going to create a graphic for the future when the Giants bring in a closer, as Gilbert takes the loan, it's 3-1, and it'd be like a light show graphic. But when you're 15 games under 500, you don't deserve that. So I'm not doing that now. If if it's next year or the year after, that's when I'll do that. But not when you're 15 games under. As here's a walk for Drew Gilbert then. Suarez remains in the game. The issue with that Zim Zim is they have about 10 closers. As here's Suzak. If I put Killian, he blows a save. It'll be someone else the next game. But no, I think I want to enhance the broadcast with as many graphics as I can. We'll always have Boom Boom Baseball though. No, I know Zim Zim, but if it goes bad for Caleb, then it's going to get worse. To me, he's not a shutdown closer. As that pitch to Suzak is in and it's 1-0. I need like a Duran on the Phillies or an Edwin Diaz to make a closer intro. As yes, Bob, it is going to be Caleb Killer Killian coming into the game. As the 1-0 pitch to Suzak is a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. I know, Juice, anyone but Ryan Walker. Although somehow they'd bring in Walker in these situations. I guarantee if Killian has to pitch 3 days in a row, introducing your new closer for today, Ryan can't throw a strike, Walker. As Insane says, Zim Zim, by the way, Insane says, I don't trust anyone in the bullpen, so I honestly don't care who they put out there at this point. Just get it. Yeah, I agree, Insane. As Suzak takes low, and it's 2-1. Scott, the Duran entrance is pretty. Yeah, I would love a closer like that. Um, is it Scott? Is it the Star Wars theme? It's someone's theme because I remember in Minnesota it was really good as well. It may not be. It may be the Undertaker as well. That could be it. As that one's fouled off. It may be the Undertaker. It's one of the two. That's not a bad idea, Zim Zim. Could do a hit and run. Oh, I know, Spencer. Suzak's been expanding the zone like crazy. Is it the Undertaker, Scott? Now I'm thinking it's the Undertaker. Which I love that intro. That was my favorite. As a Suzak takes outside and it's 3-2. That was my favorite WWE intro, and it's such a sick song. The lights go out. It's so amazing. As Bob says, I wanted Bryce Harper on the Giants. Bob, so did I, and he was this close. As there's a pick-up attempt, and Gilbert's back safely. Zim Zim, it's actually not that unusual because we are talking about the Philadelphia Phillies, you see. So it's not completely unusual. Or I'm sorry, random. That's the better word to use. As a 3-2 pitch is fouled off by Suzak. That would have been ball 4. Yeah, Spencer, that was a ball as well. No, Juice, we got arson judge. It's all good. But did anyone else genuinely think Judge was going to sign with the Giants? Did anyone else actually believe that video of when he arrived in San Francisco was he was actually going to sign for him when he was actually just seeing family? Because I actually thought we were going to sign him. As a 3-2 pitch to Suzak's fouled off again. I know, Scott. Sluggers don't want to play in San Francisco. That's why we made the trade for Raffy Devers. Insane did, Spencer didn't. Zim Zim did as well. As the 3-2 pitch is a pickup attempt, Gilbert stealing. He's going to be out going for second base. You know what? I'm all for that stolen base attempt. It didn't work out. I'm all for it. You know what's weird? I'm pretty sure the guy only had the guy already had two pickoffs. So if he didn't get him there, Gilbert would have been safe. Would have been safe to second on a balk. Instead, the guy actually threw it home. So a good move there by Suarez. As soon as that hits a shallow fly ball to centre field. What the fuck are they doing? What the fuck are they doing on MLB TV? They just cut away from the out. Now the out was made, but what are they doing? You can't cut away from the game. What are they doing? All right, we go to the top of the ninth then. Is this going to be where the bullpen blows it? They've only had to do one game today, one inning, sorry, today, the bullpen. They'll still find a way to blow it. As Scott, it's now past midnight on the West Coast, on the East Coast, sorry. How are you feeling? These late games are not just late for me, they're late for you as well. Scott's positivity from Scott, 1-2-3 9th. It's never that easy with the Giants, though. As Insane says, this stupid Polymarket ad keeps popping up on my screen saying the A's 7% and Giants 93%. Low key, I should bet the A's. I never give good gambling advice, but I won't say no to that. As Zim Zim, yeah, killer gimme, killer guy. And what you're talking about, Zim Zim? As Scott says, yes, I'm barely staying awake. All right, Scott. Well, I appreciate you sticking around. It's a late one. We will see if the Giants can hang on. This would make them 3-1 against the A's this season. That feels wrong. It feels like the A's are a lot better team, but we will see. The Athletics only have 2 hits. That's how good Robbie Ray was. So Caleb Killer Killian is coming into the game. He's 4 for 5 with save opportunities, and he's got a 3.06 ERA. Bob, same time tomorrow. Yes, Bob, it will be the same time tomorrow. As there's a swing and a miss by Shea Langoliers, it will be Tyler Marley against Gage Jump. I'm excited for tomorrow. I really want to see how good Gage Jump is. As insane shit. I'm nervous for a team 15 games under fight. As there's a close pitch called a ball. Look, I still want to win every baseball game, Bob. I wouldn't say I'm nervous, but I still want to win. As Juice says, close it out, gentlemen. The goals want their garlic fries. Yes, as the 1-1 pitch is popped up by Langoliers. He's not had a very good game today, as Gilbert is going to make the catch in left field for out number 1. I thought, even though it's a San Francisco evening game, I thought maybe it was going to be a high-scoring game with a win today. Has not been the case. So, 1 out for Caleb Killian. Those guys on TV I met in San Diego. Really, Zim Zim. As the 0 pitch to Soderstrom's a line drive to left field. That one is going to get down for a base hit. Well, Scott, it's not a 1-2-3 inning. They can never make it that easy. For Christ's sake, this freaking bullpen. This is where it all collapses again because you couldn't get one lockdown relief pitcher. Here's Jacob Wilson. Wilson, he's going to make contact as he takes a strike and it's 0-1. Bob, if we win, we will play the music. If we don't win, then ain't no song. I'm sorry, Bob. And right now, there's a lot more no song than there is song. As that pitch is outside and it's 1-1. Zim Zim. I can have faith if it was Robbie Ray pitching. It's the Giants bullpen. As the 1-1 pitch is inside and it's 2-1. Zim Zim, you're a lot more positive than I am. I just don't like this bullpen. As the 2-1 pitch to Wilson is fouled off. He put his whole body behind that one. I mean, he completely lost his balance after that swing. So 2-2 to Jacob Wilson. Killian, the pitcher, in the windup. He fires. There's a weak ground ball to Killian. This could end the game as he throws a wide one. And it was bobbled by Adama, so there's no play at first base. May have ended the game, may have been too weakly hit. 2 outs then. Zim Zim, I think that just would have been only 1 out. But it was a bit of a wide throw, and Adamas bobbled it on the transfer. So Lawrence Butler now is going to pinch hit for the Athletics. They are 1 swing away from tying the game. As we're going to get a mound visit here to discuss the plan to the new batter. Yes, Sim Sim, at least Willie's going to smile, right? And this is where it's like, do you want to blame Tony Vitello if we somehow lose this game? It is what it is. It's all Buster Posey. Yeah, Spencer, I think it was hit too slowly. As the 0-0 pitch here is inside and it's 1-0. Yeah, Wilson. I liked Lawrence Butler a lot. He has definitely not been anywhere near as good as I thought he was going to be. That's a good point. As it's 2-0 here, as Wilson's going to take second on defensive indifference. Now you've said that, Wilson, though, it probably means he's going to hit a home run. Because that seems to be the way it works. Yeah, commentator's curse. As the 2-0 pitch is low and it's 3-0. What the fuck are you doing, Killian? As Bob says, question: who do the Giants draft at number 4? As there's a close pitch. It's going to be a walk for Lawrence Butler. Well, that was weird. Butler was expecting that to be called a strike. Suzak didn't challenge, and then Butler was like, "Oh, I'll just take my base then." So that was a strike. As welcome to Bull City, folks. Bob, I'm gonna guess the Giants take George Lombard, or is it Jacob Lombard? Lombard, the shortstop. That's who I've got the Giants taking. As Bolte's up. No, Zim Zim. I want a pitcher as well. I just think they're gonna draft a shortstop. I think if Vaughan Lackey's there, though, I expect them to go with a catcher, but he will probably be taken. But Vaughan Lackey, that's my number one batter and position player. Is he Juice? How do you see Dave Fleming so much, or is this all sarcastic? Killian then. Zim Zim, this is definitely Bull City. Here's Bolte. His pitch is low and it's 1-0. That's 5 straight balls then. Henry Bolte is 0 for 3 today. That means he's due. As the 1-0 pitch is a called strike and it's 1-1. And finally for a strike then did Caleb Killian. I mean, Scott, I told you this is not going to be easy. As that pitch is inside and it's 2-1. Oh, it's definitely Bull City if he walks Bolte. Yeah, Scott, I know you're used to watching Duran just come in and go boom, boom, boom. This is the Giants bullpen we're talking about. As the 2-1 pitch to Bolte is a called strike on the outside corner. It's 2-2. The A's are down to their final strike then. The crowd's on their feet. As the 2-2 pitch by Killian is a swing and a miss and a curveball, and the Giants win. What an important win this is for the Giants. Now 14 games under. They're making the playoffs, baby. Get in there. See you in the wildcard round as the Giants win 3-1. In all seriousness, we could go for the first sweep now. And also, Robbie Ray, that was the main takeaway. His trade value increased massively after his great outing. Juice, go for 2 tomorrow. Thank you, Juice. Wilson, thanks for joining me. Spencer, thanks for joining. Scott, Zim Zim, Juice, Insane. Kevin, Robert was in there as well. Bob, of course, we always love Bob. Thank you for joining me. We'll be live at 6:40 tomorrow, 5 minutes before first pitch. For the Giants Athletics game number 2, it'll be Tyler Marley against Gage Jump. Zim Zim's looking forward to batting practice tomorrow. It could quite be a batting practice as Bob's watching the Padres game now. It's a tie game. All right, yes, Insane. See ya. Spencer, take care. We're going to play the Giants song because they won here. And I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Giants win 3-1. And they snap the 3-game losing streak. Goodbye. We're cancelling it because Spencer said his mum's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday to your mum, Spencer. Goodbye, everybody, though. Back to the song.
Thank you. See you next time. It was a blast.